United Insurance, Nate Labarsky. Bremer Bank, Lesmeister Dental, Bears Home Solutions, American Crystal Sugar Company, State Farm, Aaron LaPlante, United Valley Bank, Brady Marts and Associates, Northern Lumber, Great Plains Natural Gas, Halstead Telephone Company, American by Wyndham, Edward Jones, Dave Amos and Dusty Buse, and Pride Crookston Fuel Company, Giraffe Sports Bar and Grill, Napa Crookston Welding and Machine, RBJ's Restaurant, the Crookston School District Athletic Department, Riverview Healthcare, Widseth, Reynolds, Harbert, Knutson, and Larson, PLLP, CHS Northland Grain, Montague's Flower Shop, Fisher, Rust Stock and Rust, PLLC, American Family Insurance, the Don Boot Agency, Crookston Valley Co-op, Biermeyer Chiropractic Clinic, First Community Credit Union, and Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream Parlor, all bringing you Crookston Pirate Athletics right here on KROX. Now it's time for the Riverview Health Pregame Show. And for the Riverview Health Pregame Show on KROX, as we have Crookston Pirate Football on the air in the season and home opener as they get ready to take on the Osakis Silverstreaks. You might be wondering why in the world is Crookston playing Osakis. Osakis probably wondering the same thing. Well, the geniuses with the State High School League have the two of the farthest teams apart playing each other here in the first week. Well, Crookston could play Thief River. They could play anybody in between. But they have Osakis and Crookston battling. Part of the reason Crookston's in 8AA and Osakis is in 6AA. So those teams sort of combine to make the some of the teams of the district. And Crookston, I'm guessing they still haven't applied to move to a different district yet where they could play maybe some closer teams. But Crookston sort of in the middle, so they're going to do a lot of traveling. They have games against Frazee. They have Osakis. They're at Staples Motley. They take on a bunch of teams. The familiar team next week will be Barnesville at Barnesville. So we'll make another trip to Barnesville this year. And they'll be the heavy favorite once again in 8AA. It is a busy day of sports. It's a little less busy because boys soccer, they were supposed to be hosting Melrose at 5 o'clock today, but that has been postponed. If you're not familiar, and you're probably not, Melrose had a player go down in their first game of the year. Had the AED device, had some heart problems. We're happy to say he was able, they revived him, and he is doing well, but I think he's having some kind of something's being done to him here today. So the team just didn't want to, and understandably so. They're thinking about their teammates, so they didn't want to play, and you can't blame the kids for that. Their hearts and everything else is in a different spot right now. So as we have said many times, sports, it's just a game. Life is 10 million times more important than any game. Also, Pirate Girls Soccer, they should be wrapping up as we speak, if not already. They should be done by now. They were taking on St. John's Prep. We still don't have a result on that yet. As soon as we get that, we'll pass that along. Also tonight, because why not, Crookston Pirate Volleyball. They're at Ada, taking on Ada Borup West. C Squad started at 5, JV at about 6, varsity at about 7:30. And girls swimming, they're at the Thief River Falls Triangular with Foston Bagley at 4 p.m., and that is well underway there as well. So we'll have the stories, we'll have the stats and all of that from all those Pirate games. We won't have pictures of anything other than football here because that is our number one priority when you only play 8 games during the regular season. Football is number one. Speaking of football, the Gophers are going to be hosting Ohio State tonight. That gets underway at 7 o'clock at the former TCF Bank Stadium. We're still going to call it that. That's where they're playing tonight in Minneapolis. And we'll join up with that after the completion of this game here on KROX shortly thereafter. There's also some high school football games on tap around the area tonight. Red Lake County's at Polk County West. That's going to be played at Climax, a battle of two of the top 3 teams in 8A right away. Warren Alvarado Oslo is at LaPorte. Stephen Arga at Norman County Easteel and Hitterdal. Pequot Lakes at East Grand Forks. Dilworth Glendon Felton at Thief River Falls. Winnimac at Cass Lake Bena. Roseau at Warroad. Minoman-Waban at Foston. Ada Borup West at Lake Park Audubon, to name a few. So that is a look at our Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update. The game, the task at hand here this evening on KROX and on the KROX live stream is Pirate Football. They're under first-year head coach Nate Lebarski. He's been with the program. He's literally worked every level. He's done 3rd and 4th grade. He's done 5th and 6th grade. He's done junior high. And now he is the big cheese for the Pirate Football program as he will take over after being an assistant coach last year. If you're not familiar with Nate, he has Crookston United Insurance, also up in Argyle United Insurance. He is an Argyle grad, played in a state tournament, I believe it was his sophomore year, and then he went to UND to play football. He started at quarterback. They moved him to tight end, and then a gentleman named Jim Kleinsasser came to town. And so then Nate moved over to fullback from tight end. And I think the UND coaches made the right decision on that substitution there. So Nate moved to fullback, and Jim Kleinsasser, who is by far the best athlete I have ever played against in person. Well, obviously you play against people in person, but he is by far the best athlete and one of the best football players all time from UND. So Nate said, yeah, it was okay. If you're going to be moved by, because anybody's coming in, might as well be a 12, 13-year pro football player. So that's Nate Lebarski as the head coach for the Pirates, and the head coach for the Osakis Silverstreaks is Bill Iffinger, and he's in his 12th year as head coach. And both teams, a lot of unknowns coming in. They're not familiar with each other. Both teams are going to want to run the ball, and not just because of the weather, but that's just what they are planning on doing. Crookston has one of the top running backs in northern Minnesota, and we could say the state as well, junior Ethan Bull. And he's going to obviously be a workhorse for the Pirates. But don't expect to see him get 40 to 50 carries a game like he has in some of the previous games in his freshman and sophomore seasons. They're going to try to distribute it a little more and keep Ethan as fresh as possible. So there's a lot of question marks coming into Game 1, as you'd expect. We had a chance to talk with both head coaches. We'll have those interviews coming up here in the Riverview Health pregame show. We will also have another look at the Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update. We'll have the starting lineups and a whole lot more. That's all going to be coming up here on the Riverview Health pregame show. It's the season and home opener as the Crookston Pirates host the Osakis Silverstreaks right here on KROX.
It's always growing season here at United Valley Bank. We're focused on growth for our customers and communities, success for farms and businesses, and improvement for ourselves. Partner with us, and you'll see firsthand just how much the right hometown banking team can change your perspective. Together, there's no limit to the heights we can reach.
United Valley Bank, our roots make us stronger.
Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Harvest is more than the act of reaping what you've sown. It's the culmination of months of hard effort, along with a few weeks of working 24/7 to bring the crop in. At Sesvanderhof, we're continuously working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature, so that you can end each harvest on a high note. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sesvanderhof, a passion that grows.
Tri-Valley Head Start Child and Family Programs offers child-centered, family-focused services in a community-based setting. The program provides health, nutrition, dental, mental health, family services, and parent engagement opportunities. Available for income-eligible children birth to 5 years old, as well as children with special needs, at-risk children, and families and pregnant women. Tri-Valley Head Start Child and Family Programs has centers in East Grand Forks, Grafton, Ada, and Crookston. For more information, visit tvoc.org.
From shoulder to hand, hips to toes, and everything in between, the Riverview Health Orthopedic Team has you covered with advanced training and joint replacements, upper and lower extremity, spine, foot, and ankle care. You know you'll be in good hands with Drs. Spinell, Palkert, Stanky, Kim, Abasi, Schall, and Sekundiak. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 218-281-9595.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care. Riverview Health.
Grove Mechanical in Crookston wants to help you make the air in your home absolutely perfect with reliable, award-winning Lennox products. And now through August 31st, there's up to $1,200 Lennox rebates available, and ask them about available rebates up to $5,225 from your local utilities for up to a total savings of $6,425. Stop in at Grove Mechanical. Call 218-281-3863 or visit them at grovemech.com. For great products, big savings, and perfect air, think Grove Mechanical in Crookston, your hometown heating and cooling professionals.
You can make a sweet life right here in the Red River Valley with a career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Our shift schedule offers 14 days off per month, which gives you time for family, friends, the great outdoors, and everything else you enjoy about small-town living. Entry-level positions are available, and pay starts around $18 per hour. Apply today at crystalsugar.com and share in our sweet success.
For $4. You can find all this week's savings at GoHugos.com and order your groceries online at Hugo's Family Marketplace.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
My name is Cassie Rudy, Housing Manager at The Summit. During the month of September, we celebrate National Assisted Living Services. The Summit, located on Villa St. Vincent campus, is apartment rental with personalized assisted living services. We cater to adults 55 and older who cannot or prefer not to live in their own homes. Numerous services are coordinated, planned, and monitored for our tenants to ensure their health, safety, and well-being. We offer 24-hour supervision, enrichment programs, and assistance with the activities of daily living are provided in a respectful and welcoming environment.
How has practice gone for you so far?
Practice has been good. We've had great turnout. We had kids out 9 through 12 for football this season, so we're excited about our numbers, and the enthusiasm's been good. The weather's been holding, so it's been a good couple of weeks here. We feel ready to get off the practice field and onto the game field tonight.
Yeah, nice to know that you're going to have, hopefully a full season here, and a lot different from last year, isn't it?
Yeah, there's just a lot of pressure off of everybody. You don't have that hanging over your shoulder of, is this going to be the last game, or are we going to, the whole team going to get quarantined tomorrow? It just feels like that pressure is a little less this year going into things than it was last year.
And with your practice and the short scrimmage that you had before you're rained out a little bit there, have you been happy with how your team has responded to start the season?
Yeah, it's a mixed bag. We've had some good things going on, and then we've had some things that have been frustrating. But we're kind of a young team. We've got some seniors back, but then about half our guys are new and haven't played varsity football before, so there's some growing pains going on. We really didn't get a great look at our team at our scrimmage. We only got about 20 plays in against Royalton at our scrimmage before we got rained out and lightninged out. So can't tell a whole lot there, but we're very optimistic about our team and want to get back and compete for a section title again this year.
Speaking of your team, what kind of offense should we expect from the Silverstreaks?
Well, we're a run-heavy offense. If we throw the ball, it's usually play action, and we run a wing tee style of offense. We're going to have a halfback and a fullback and a slot or a wing back that are going to get the ball, and our quarterback's going to run a little bit. So we got a lot of things going on in our backfield, and we got to put a lot of, I would say, pressure on our offensive line to get those blocks done and do things that way. And it plays into our hands on a night like tonight. You're glad you're a running team when it looks like 30-mile-an-hour winds and rain all day and all night. So
and with the defense, what should we expect from you there?
We run a 34 defense. On we're going to be an odd front, and we going to play downhill and try to stop the run first, and do the best we can with the pass behind it. We've got some talented upperclassmen in our defensive backfield, so we play a mix of coverage and try to be real aggressive and use our athleticism on that side of the ball.
After a season like last year where the season was cut short, you had a shorter season than normal, and people are just happy to get games in last to fall. Is there a lot of unknowns coming into this season?
Yeah, there really are. You didn't get the full season in last year, so you had some young players last year who they got a few games, but they really got about a half a season in, and you're coming into this year graduating a bunch of those kids, so it's feels like every team in the States maybe a little greener than they normally would be at this stage of things, but like we said before, we're just glad to be playing football and be back to some kind of normalcy with the boys and with the program, so it's exciting.
Yes, it is. Do you know anything about Crookston?
Very little. We know it's Coach Lebarski's first year, and so we didn't get a chance to exchange film with them from scrimmages because our scrimmage was so short, and wasn't sure how theirs went. So we don't know a whole lot about him. We hear a lot about the running back up there, Ethan Bowl, and that he's had a couple of nice seasons already as a freshman and a sophomore. So we know a big part of what we got to do is stop him. But we'll have to get to the game and see how they line up and see what we got and do the best we can on game night.
And in that first game especially, but every game you just have to worry about what you're doing, because if you're not doing what you need to do, it doesn't really matter what the other team's doing.
Well, that's just it. And the longer I've been coaching high school football, the more I've learned it's really about execution and which team executes better. And we always say that you're gonna win if you don't beat yourself a lot of nights. And I think that's true, especially when you're playing on a rainy, muddy field like we probably will be tonight.
Who are some guys that we should keep an eye on from your team?
Yeah, we've got a good array of seniors on this football team. Starts with Bauer Klimek, who's been a quarterback for us last season, and he'll play a little bit of quarterback, and we'll move him around. He'll play some wingback, some tailback, and some receiver throughout the course of the game. We've got senior tight end Carter Watness, who is a big, tall receiver that we can throw the ball to, and who's great at blocking. And then we've got another senior who's a real force for us on the offensive and defensive line, Brady Magas. He was an all-district player last year, and he's back this year on both sides of the ball for us. And we like to move him around and put him in places where we feel like we need him, and he does a nice job for us. So got some senior leadership there. Then we've got our backfield also as a sophomore and a junior. Sophomore fullback Drew Imdick will get a lot of carries tonight, and then our junior tailback Tyson Hagedon will get a lot of carries as well.
The health of the team, you're pretty good there, it sounds like?
Yeah, so far so good. We're healthy there. We're down one senior wide receiver who's out with an injury, but overall it's been a good couple of weeks getting ready for the game here, and we feel healthy going in.
Can you narrow it down to 2 or 3 keys for an Osakis victory to start off the season?
Well, I would say run the ball on offense. We need to be successful there and execute and be consistent, and put long drives together and have them end with scores on the other end. Then defensively, we have to keep them from doing the same thing. I think it's going to be a running game here for both teams with the weather the way it looks, and so it's going to be a run the ball and stop the run type of thing tonight. I really believe that.
Well, Coach, thanks for talking with us. We appreciate it, and we wish you and the entire team best of luck all season long.
All right. Hey, thanks for having me on, and thanks for covering the game tonight. Appreciate it.
That is Coach Bill Iffinger, and we thank him for talking with us here in the Riverview Health pregame show. He's the head coach of the Osakis Silverstreaks, and he is right. We do have we recorded that earlier this morning, and still raining here in Crookston, and we've had well over an inch of rain, which is about quadruple what we've had the previous 3 months. So we go from super dry to fall sports season starts, and then it rains almost every day since the season has started. Now we have the first football game. The field looks great right now. Will that be the case in about 2 hours from now? Probably not. We will take a break. We'll be back. We'll hear from the head coach, first-year head coach of the Crookston Pirates, Coach Nate Lebarski. We'll have his pregame comments. That's coming up next as we continue the Riverview Health pregame show on KROX.
Shopping for groceries is easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping with delivery or curbside pickup at gohugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big with Hugo's Family Marketplace, your hometown grocer since 1939.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
The Crookston Eye Clinic is your hometown eye clinic. Whether you have cataracts, glaucoma, macular degeneration, or perfect vision, it's important to have your eyes evaluated to keep them healthy. To help with your busy schedule, the Crookston office now has extended hours on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. They also have a second location in Boston to offer even more appointment options. If you've been wanting to try contact lenses or are looking for your next pair of glasses, the doctors at the Crookston Eye Clinic are available to see you. Doctors Forget, Smith, Miller, and Genanetta are all accepting new patients. Call 281-2020 for the Crookston and Boston Eye Clinic.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
Crookston Pirates coach, let's get this back there. As we had a chance to talk with Coach Nate Lebarski to get his pregame comments, and here they are.
1.
We continue the Riverview Health pregame show on KROX as we talk with the head coach of the Crookston Pirates, Coach Nate Lebarski. And Coach, first year head coach, you've been involved with the program from literally the bottom up. You've been coaching all the way through, and how has the first 2.5 weeks of practice gone?
The 2.5 weeks have gone well for us. We're improving every day. We did have a scrimmage last week over in Roseau and took some good things from that and then had a good rest of the week of practice. Really looking forward tonight and getting the season started.
How has anybody impressed you, or has the team impressed you as a whole? How is anything to report from as far as that goes?
I would say that the team has impressed me as a whole as we've come together over the last 13 days. We just talked about it yesterday. We've been doing this for 13 days now as far as practice is concerned, and we seem to be gelling and having more camaraderie each day, and it's fun to see as a coaching staff. Yeah.
You've tied in weights into the practices as well. You've had breakfast for the guys, and it seems like the kids are really enjoying that aspect of it.
Yeah, I think it's everything is a team feel. You know, Coach Rooney has done a great job with our strength and conditioning. It's another way to bond in the weight room and, of course, at breakfast where everyone likes to eat.
Yeah, anytime you give food to a football team, they're going to enjoy that no matter what.
That's for sure. Yeah.
There's no secret, even talking to Osakis' coach, Ethan Boll was the first name that popped up when we said, what do you know about Crookston? And after he said, not much, but we know that they have Ethan Boll. That's obviously, he's going to be one player that's going to be keyed on every game that you play.
Yeah, that's for sure. I think most people do know about Ethan, and he does a lot of things well. He's athletic. He's strong, and he's a great teammate, and that's probably what makes Ethan the most special.
And Ethan will be the first to admit that he can't do what he does without the guys up in front.
Yeah, that's for sure. And, I mean, we're going to be counting on a fair amount of guys to be playing both ways and a fair amount of snaps here this game and probably all season long. So.
Well, we're talking about offense. What should we expect from the Pirates offensively here in the first game?
Well, we're going to hang our hat on the run game, and so we need to be able to run the football. If we can run the football successfully, we'll be able to do other things that we would like to do. Some guys in our skill positions will change spots a little bit, just based on personnel or what we're trying to run. But for the most part, we are going to try to successfully run the football.
And on a day like today, it's even more so the case.
Yeah, that's for sure. We had rain up in Roseau when we were scrimmaged, and, maybe that's kind of a blessing. We did play in a little bit of rain earlier. So,
how about on the defensive end? Is there going to be anything different there this year for the Pirates?
Coach Zim has them going pretty Pretty much the same as last year. We may flip into a different defense once in a while and get some different personnel on the field, but a lot of those guys feel comfortable because we have a lot of guys that have played quite a few snaps on defense. So.
And is that where the bulk of your experience comes from, is on the defensive end?
Yes, I would say so, for sure. Another thing is special teams, and we'll have to have guys play special teams, and we'll have to have some of our young guys really pitch in on special teams. We need to win that battle.
What positives did you take away offensively from the scrimmages against Thief River Falls and Roseau?
I thought up front, when we look back at the film, when we were able to continue to move our feet up front, those guys did a really nice job, and I think everyone knows, no matter who you have behind those front 5, 6, 7, 8 guys, that's really the way you're going to go.
And then defensively, what were some positives you took away?
I thought we moved and knew where we were going and could recognize things pretty quickly. We had good talk on defense, and they felt comfortable on defense. Yep.
You get ready to take on a team, Osakis. Wasn't on the schedule last year. Really a new team. Do you know anything about them?
Well, not a whole lot. Like Coach Bill said, we don't know a whole lot about them either. But it's just looking at them, they're successful. They're athletic. Obviously like to run the football as well. So key on both sides of the ball. Can you run it, and can you stop the run? Yeah.
We were at a tennis match in Moorhead yesterday, and I was talking with their AD, Dean Haugo, and one of the tennis managers came up and said, yeah, is Osakis very good? He goes, yeah, usually they have good athletes, and that's one thing I think your players know, too. They're usually pretty athletic.
Yeah, well, to be honest with you, we were in Perham at a basketball summer tournament this year, and Osakis was there, and so you could probably see some of those athletes on the basketball floor. So I would imagine that a lot of those guys are playing football, too, and very athletic. Yeah.
How's the health of your team?
We are doing good. Unfortunately, Angel Gutierrez won't be able to play with us tonight. He had a little bit of a knee issue, but we're hoping to get him back next week. Otherwise, we're fairly healthy. Yep.
And as you get ready for the first game of the year, can you narrow it down to 2 or 3 keys for a Pirate victory?
I think for us, being offense is fairly new. We want to be able to control the football offensively and sustain some drives. You might not score on all of them, but we'd like to possess the football. Defensively, we want to get off the field, and we need to make a big play or two defensively. And special teams like to pin them deep, like to have a big play or two on special teams in order to flip a field, give us a short field.
Well, Coach, thanks for talking with us. Best of luck tonight and the rest of the season.
All right, thank you very much, Chris. Yep.
That is Nate Labarsky, the first-year head coach for the Crookston Pirates, as they get ready to take on the Osakis Silverstreaks. About a 3-hour bus drive is what Coach Enfinger said, and they're hoping that the trip is well worth it. They have that, what do they have, the nice charter bus there, 54-passenger bus, so they're riding in style up here, and they're hoping to kick off the season with a W. Crookston, of course, looking to do the same. Looks like the Pirates have new home jerseys with nice, large numbers on the back. We like that. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Take a look at the starting lineups. That's going to be coming up after this from our friends at Napa Crookston Welding and Machine as we continue the Riverview Health pregame show on KROX.
Hi, Tommy Helgeson here at Christian Brothers Ford in Crookston. We're down to one remaining 2020 Ford F-150 XLT Crew Cab pickup. Has a 3.5 EcoBoost engine, heated seats, and all the great options, including navigation. Original MSRP, $57,440. Buy this brand new truck now for $48,999. That's right, $48,999. That's used truck pricing right there on a brand new Ford F-150 at Christian Brothers Ford in Crookston. Like us on Facebook and check us out at ChristianBrothersFord.com. At Christian Brothers Ford in Crookston, we make it easy.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call Andy Omen State Farm at 218-281-3643 today.
This is Vicki Peck, LPN at Villa St. Vincent, bringing you this month's stewardship tip. August is National Vaccination Awareness Month. All adults should get vaccinated to protect their health. Even healthy adults may become seriously ill and pass illnesses on to others. Based on a person's age, occupation, and/or health condition, certain vaccines are recommended. Vaccination is important because it protects the person receiving the vaccine and helps prevent the spread of disease, especially for those who are most vulnerable to serious complications, such as elderly, those with weakened immune systems, and those with chronic medical issues.
Before each and every game that we carry all season long here on KROX is brought to you by Napa Crookston Welding and Machine, and they have what you need. Make sure your battery starts the first time, every time. Buy a Legend battery from Napa Crookston Welding and Machine. They handle all your Legend battery needs for your cars, trucks, recreational vehicles, snowmobiles, and ATVs. Now here's the Crookston Napa Welding and Machine starting lineups. Well, first for the Crookston Pirates, we're going to go with the offense first of all. They're going to go like this. Starting across the line, they'll have Jesus Sanchez, a 5'7", 260-pound junior. Leighton Fuentes, a 5'5", 175-pound junior. Brooks Budd, a 6', 255-pound senior, will be the center. Then the right guard is Jaron Bailey, a 6', 195-pound junior. And the right tackle is Clay Hansen, a 5'8", 285-pound sophomore. The tight ends will be Kay De Leon, a 5'8", 175-pound senior, and Hunter Knutson, a 5'8", 180-pound junior. Wide receiver will be George Widman, a 5'5", 130-pound junior. The quarterback is Jack Dota, the 6'1", 165-pound junior. Running backs will be Ethan Bowl, the 6'2", 200-pound junior, and Jacob Hesby, a 5'11", 175-pound senior. We'll also hear from Carter Collette, Brady West, Spencer Ness, Antonio Romero. For the Osakis Silverstreaks defense, they'll go like this. They go with a three-man front. They go the three-man front and then four linebackers and four defensive backs. The defensive ends will be Brady Magus, a 6'5 senior, and Chase Meyer, a 6'2 senior. The nose guard will be Logan Carnes, a 6-foot junior. The four linebackers will be Drew Imdick, a 6-foot sophomore, Caleb Goodwin, a 6'1 senior, Wyatt Sell, a 5'11 sophomore, and Carter Watness, a 6'5 senior. The defensive backs will be Bauer Klimek, a 6-foot senior, Kyle Magus, a 6'1 sophomore, Tyson Hagedon, a 5'10 junior, and Karsten Jacobson, a 5'11 senior. That's a look at the starting lineups. The fashion note here is we have the Pirates in their yellow pants with the navy blue numbers. They have the navy blue jersey tops. They have the yellow numbers, white trim, and then they have the navy blue helmet with the Chicago Bears C and yellow on the helmet. And then Osakis, they go with look like very similar to sort of a St. John's or St. Cloud State look. They have the white jerseys with the red numbers, black trim. They go with the gray helmet, and they have tough to see here, maybe the Silverstreaks or maybe the O logo on their helmet. So they're going through the starting lineups. We'll have the national anthem and we'll have the opening kickoff. That's all going to be coming up next as we wrap up the Riverview Health pregame show on KROX as we have the season and home opener for Pirate Football as they host Osakis. Kickoff is coming up next.
It's always growing season here at United Valley Bank. We're focused on growth for our customers and communities, success for farms and businesses, and improvement for ourselves. Partner with us, and you'll see firsthand just how much the right hometown banking team can change your perspective. Together, there's no limit to the heights we can reach.
United Valley Bank, our roots make us stronger.
Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Harvest is more than the act of reaping what you've sown. It's the culmination of months of hard effort, along with a few weeks of working 24/7 to bring the crop in. At Sesvanderhof, we're continuously working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature, so that you can end each harvest on a high note. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sesvanderhof, a passion that grows.
Tri-Valley Head Start Child and Family Programs offers child-centered, family-focused services in a community-based setting. The program provides health, nutrition, dental, mental health, family services, and parent engagement opportunities. Available for income-eligible children birth to 5 years old, as well as children with special needs, at-risk children, and families and pregnant women. Tri-Valley Head Start Child and Family Programs has centers in East Grand Forks, Grafton, Ada, and Crookston. For more information, visit tvoc.org.
From shoulder to hand, hips to toes, and everything in between, the Riverview Health Orthopedic Team has you covered with advanced training and joint replacements, upper and lower extremity, spine, foot, and ankle care. You know you'll be in good hands with Drs. Spinell, Polkert, Stanky, Kim, Abasi, Shaw, and Sekundiak. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 218-281-9595.
Riverview Health. Exceptional people, exceptional care. Riverview Health.
Grove Mechanical in Crookston wants to help you make the air in your home absolutely perfect with reliable, award-winning Lennox products. And now through August 31st, there's up to $1,200 Lennox rebates available, and ask them about available rebates up to $5,225 from your local utilities, for up to a total savings of $6,425. Stop in at Grove Mechanical. Call 218-281-3863 or visit them at grovemech.com. For great products, big savings, and perfect air, think Grove Mechanical in Crookston, your hometown heating and cooling professionals.
You can make a sweet life right here in the Red River Valley with a career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Our shift schedule offers 14 days off per month, which gives you time for family, friends, the great outdoors, and everything else you enjoy about small town living. We're a stable, essential food business with great pay and benefits, and we have highly skilled positions open now. Apply today at crystalsugar.com and share in our sweet success.
So to Crookston as we have the opening kickoff to the 2021 football season. Again, we're still awaiting a text or a score from girls soccer. Have not heard a result yet. They were supposed to start at 3:30, but I think JV was to follow, so might be after the JV match is over. Kicking off for Crookston will be Brooks Butt. He did the kicking here for the past several years, so no stranger to that. So here we go. Back to receive for Osakis. They're going left to right as we look down, or north to south. And the opening kick, high end over end kick, going to be taken at about the 13-yard line for Osakis, returning it off to the right side and getting brought down at the 33-yard line. Will be the return man. That was Tyson Hagedon, a 5'10 junior for Osakis. So Osakis will have it 1st and 10 at the 34 as well. They'll mark it. So the drive start time, 11:55, and here we go. The season is underway. Underneath center, well, they're going to go with Kyle Magus already. They made a change with their starting lineup. Magus, the 6'1 sophomore, is underneath center, has 3 backs in the backfield, hands it off to the first man, and there's a scrum there at the line of scrimmage, and powering forward will be the first back, and that is going to be Drew Emdick. So Emdick gets a gain of 2 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for Osakis.
We're going to see a lot of that from both teams so far. They're going to be throughout the day. Both teams running teams, especially here in the weather.
Well, that's both teams. As Aaron said, they were planning on running anyway, but if that wasn't the case, they would have changed that here pretty quick. So Imdek, a 2-yard run at 2nd down and 8 for Osakis. As the rain continues to fall, it's been falling all day. Well over an inch of rain here in Crookston. Now a handoff right side to a big hole and falling forward after getting tripped up at the 45 up to the 47-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 9 yards on the play for Hagedon. That'll be a 1st down. And Hagedon with his first carry gets the 1st down. That'll be the first down of the game for Osakis. 1st and 10 for Osakis at their own 47-yard line. And the center, Chase Meyer, 6'2 senior. You have Caleb Goodwin and McCarter Kirksey on each side. Now the handoff, a quick hitter to the right side coming through, making a nice tackle for the Pirates. That was Ethan Bull. So Dick gets the carry for a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Well, Ethan known for maybe more of his offensive game, but that time he read the play really well, got a good jump from his linebacker spot, made the play quickly.
And the nice thing when you have a state wrestling participant as your lead linebacker, you like your chances there. Anytime you have a wrestler at linebacker, you're probably going to do pretty well. 2nd down and 9. Osakis going left to right. Handoff goes right side. There isn't much room there as Hagedon is taken down for a gain of maybe 2 on the play. On the tackle, Cade DeLeon, one of them.
Well, now here's the spot where you want to be as a defense, especially early on when you know a team wants to run. Force them to pass in a 3rd and 7. It's a long to go, especially in the rain. It's trying to throw, get that first pass off, and see if Osakis wants to pass.
The nose of the ball right at the 50-yard line. Underneath the center is Kyle Magus. Magus underneath center. 2 backs in the backfield. 1 man in motion from right to left. The ball slips out of the hand. Diving on top of it is the Pirates. Coming through, guess who? Ethan Bull. So he went to pitch the ball. It slipped right out of his hands. Ethan Bull jumps on top of it. So it'll be a turnover, and the Pirates are going to have it 1st and 10 at the Osakis 40-yard line.
Oh, there's the first big play of the year. They didn't go with the pass. They went with the pitch, and it didn't work out. It shows you how slippery the ball is here early on. It's going to only get more slippery as the game goes along.
So Osakis, the first fumble of the game, they lose that fumble, and now the Pirates looking to take advantage of this golden opportunity. They're going to right to left. They have the quarterback, Jack Dota, his first start of his high school career, only a junior, outstanding athlete. Behind him, he has Bull at fullback and then Hesby at tailback. Now the handoff goes to Bull, the fullback, and he's going to be hit right at the line of scrimmage. There's going to be no gain on that one. So Osakis was ready for that. Logan Carnes, the nose guard. You had Brady Magas, Chase Meyer, and the rest of the crew for Osakis all there to stop that. Well, they are going to give him maybe – we'll give Ethan credit for a yard on the gain. So the Pirates trying to take advantage of a short field, getting the ball at the Osakis 40-yard line. They're just inside the 40, so I guess we're going to go back to no gain on the play. Now the handoff right side to Hesby. He's going to get maybe that yard that we thought Ethan got. So Hesby gets the carry. 2 carries, only 1 yard to show for it here so far for the Pirates. So Osakis doing a good job of stopping it early on.
That's the difficult part about a team, knowing that you're going to want to run the ball and run the ball often, is you have to get off the line quicker than them and with more of a push than them on the defensive side.
So it'll be 3rd and 9 for the Pirates. You have Dota underneath center. 2 backs in the backfield. 1 receiver split out to the right side. And dropping back, Hesby gets the handoff. He goes off to the left side. Maybe gets a yard, possibly 2 on the play. So Osakis ready to stop the run early on here. So a gain of, we'll call it 2. So it'll be 4th down and 7. And the Pirates look like they are going to punt. Brooks Butt back just inside the 50 at about the 47, 48-yard line. 7:03 remaining in this first quarter of play. The snap a little off to the right, and a little pooch punt. It hits at about the 22-yard line. It rolls a bit, maybe up to the 21, and that'll be a punt of, the 36 to the 21, a 15-yard punt for Butt. No return, and so neither team takes advantage of their first offensive series of the season. So we'll flip back. Osakis going to have it 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line. So now Osakis. He'll hand it off left side. And a little juke step there for the tailback, Drew Imdeck, and he's going to get a carry for about 5, maybe, even more than that, about 7, 8 yards. We'll give him 8 yards for Drew Imdeck. He now has 3 carries for 11 yards in the game.
Well, Crookston had good push initially, and they got into the backfield. Didn't look like much was happening for Osakis there, but you mentioned the juke step and was able to get a second effort, 8, 9 yards on that play.
So it'll be second. We'll give him 2 yards as the quarterback, Magus, the sophomore, looks over the defense. Now he hands it off right side. That's going to be a first down for Drew Imdeck. He'll get a first down on 2 carries, and that's going to be a gain, another big chunk of yardage for Osakis as their line starting to open some nice holes all the way up to the 39-yard line. It's going to be a gain of about 9 more yards. And a second first down for Osakis. So it'll be first down and 10 at their own 39. Osakis hands it off. Right side. Cutting up the middle is Magus. And then he loses the ball and the Pirates recover it. And they're going to say the ball carrier was down. So it'll still be Osakis' ball, but that's going to be close to a 10-yard carry.
Yeah, that's the right call that time. Ground definitely caused that fumble. Osakis, they're starting to open up some running gaps here early on. These first 3 runs of this drive have gone for big yardage.
So it'll be first down and a 10 at the 48-yard line. Trying to get into Crookston territory for the first time will be Osakis. Again, they have Magus under center, 2 backs in the backfield. They have 1 back, a wing back off to the right. Handoff goes again, right side, spinning and shooting forward for get into Pirate territory will be Hagedon. Hagedon, that'll be his, about a 4-yard carry. So he has 4 carries for 25 yards.
Oh, and this is a lot of runs up the middle for Osakis. They're not going to be running outside too much, especially after that pitch fumble in the first drive.
So 2nd and 6 for Osakis. Again, Magus under center. There's 2 backs in the backfield. He has a wing back off to the left. 1 receiver split out to the far left. And now it looked like maybe a bobbled snap, and then diving forward is Magus. He gets back to the – he lost the ball. So he fumbles the ball. They're still fighting for it, but the officials have already signaled it. And coming up off the bottom of the pile will be Hunter Knudsen, who recovers the fumble. So Hunter Knudsen recovers the fumble, and the Pirates on 2 straight series recover a fumble. So Osakis has fumbled the ball both times they've had the ball, and now the Pirates will have possession.
Couldn't really tell if maybe didn't have control of the snap right away, or as that came a couple of steps after the snap. But either way, Crookston heads up, picking up their 2nd fumble recovery of the game so far.
This time at their own 48-yard line. 4:17 remaining, first quarter of play on the Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update. We're still scoreless. Under center is Dota. He drops back and hands it off to Hesby, and he jukes by 1 tackler, gets up to the 50-yard line where he's taken down. A gain of 2 for Jacob Hesby. So Hesby 3 carries for 5 yards. He's had 3 carries. Ethan Bowl 1. 2nd down and 8. So Osakis probably saying, when's this Bull kid going to get the ball?
Well, as long as Crookston keeps moving forward with each and every play, you don't want to have those 1-yard, 0-yard gains and put yourself in a tough spot on 3rd down.
So 2nd down and 8. Bull again at fullback. You have Hesby at tailback. 1 receiver split out to the right side. Handoff again goes to Hesby, and he's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage. That'll be no gain on the play, so it'll be 3rd down and 8 for the Pirates. In on the tackle for Osakis was Chase Meyer, and now a timeout is called as we have an injured player on the field for the Pirates. And we see Luke Biermeyer. Looks like he's jogging out there along with Coach Lebarski as well. 3:19 remaining, first quarter of play on the Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update. It's Crookston and Osakis still scoreless. It'll be Crookston ball, 3rd and 8 at the 50-yard line. We'll take a break. We'll be back right after this timeout.
For agriculture and powered by Farm Credit, Ag Direct is offered by Ag Country Farm Credit Services, a name you know and can depend on. With Ag Direct, you'll find options to buy, lease, or refinance equipment with attractive rates and the most ag-friendly terms in the business. We'll help you choose the financing that's right for you and help you save money. Built for agriculture, powered by Farm Credit. Ask for Ag Direct.
We're talking with Molly Hanson at Choice Therapy. Molly, tell us what Choice Therapy is all about.
Choice Therapy is a private practice physical occupational therapy clinic. We believe in giving every one of our patients the highest quality of care possible in a timely manner while providing an encouraging and friendly environment. We take pride in our work and we are committed to our community. Call 218-470-0132 or stop in and talk with us at 1728 North Front Street. Just make sure to tell your physician that you want to go to Choice Therapy. It's your life, your health, your choice.
From shoulder to hand, hips to toes, and everything in between, the Riverview Health Orthopedic Team has you covered with advanced training and joint replacements, upper and lower extremity, spine, foot, and ankle care. You know you'll be in good hands with Drs. Spinell, Palkert, Stanky, Kim, Abasi, Schall, and Sekundiak. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 218-281-9595.
Exceptional people, exceptional care. Riverview Health.
Well, the injured Pirate is getting off the field with some help. Jesus Sanchez Jr., the 5'7", 260-pound junior, and not able to put much pressure at all on that left leg. So he's getting helped off, and he's hopping off the field a little bit there. That's one thing you don't work on in practice, and you hope you never have to, is helping a teammate off the field. But they're getting him off there, and hopefully it'll just be a twisted ankle, something to that extent. And we'll try to get you updated there. So it'll be 3rd down and 10, or excuse me, 3rd down and 8 for the Pirates. The ball's right at the nose of the ball at the 50-yard line. Pirates going right to left, south to north. Dota under center. You have Bull. He's the fullback. Hesby as the tailback. Now Dota drops back to pass. It's over the middle, and it might have been tipped away. The pass was intended for, I'm trying to see who that is that's walking away, but it was intended for Cade DeLeon, the tight end. So an incomplete pass, first pass of the game. It'll be 4th down and 8 for the Pirates. They'll be punting here as Brooks Butt ready, standing back at about his own 42-yard line. Or, excuse me, 38-yard line. A snap, a good one. But with the punt, it's a low end-over-end punt. It's going to hit at the 25. It rolls down to the 20, down to the 19-yard line. And that will be a punt of 31 yards. So 15 and 31 yards. The 2 punts for Butt. You like that one a little better with 2:49 remaining in this first quarter of play. It's Crookston and Osakis still scoreless. So we'll have an illegal shift called on the Pirates, and I would assume they're going to take it here after that punt with no return. So cancel that. So the punt is wiped off the books there. And they'll be forced to punt again after the first penalty of the game. And that goes against the Pirates, a 5-yard penalty. And back this time, Butt will be standing at about the 31, 32-yard line. Now the punt, or the snap, it's a little off. Butt does get it off just in time before it was blocked. It rolls down to the 29-yard line. So that's going to cost the Pirates. That penalty cost them 10 yards. So down to the 29-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Osakis. So a 27-yard punt for Butt. He has 2 punts now for a total of 39 yards. He had a 31-yarder just a moment ago, but that was wiped off the books because of that penalty. So now Osakis will have the ball, first down and 10, and they will have quarterback Magas under center. He's dropping back, wings a pass over to the far sideline. It's caught at the 45, and he's going to go all the way. It looks like that is Bauer Klimek, who is scheduled to be the starting quarterback, and there is no flags on the play, and that will be a 72-yard pass, the first pass of the game. So Klimek, the 72-yard pass for a touchdown with 2:27 remaining in the first quarter of play. He beat the defender out along the far sideline. Perfect pass. So Magas to Klimek, those are the two quarterbacks. They connect with each other there on a 72-yard passing play. From Magas to Klimek, and now going for two will be Osakis. Magas under center, two backs in the backfield. Pitch out to Hagedon, and he's going to go in, but there is a flag on the play. That is in the area of holding. And that'll be a holding call. That'll be brought back. So Osakis with their first penalty. That is a 10-yard variety. And, of course, the Pirates will take it. So they'll try the two-point conversion again. And a timeout is called on the field. So we'll take a timeout as well. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the two-point conversion right after this 30-second timeout. The new patio is open at Draft Sports Bar and Grill in Crookston. The outdoor patio can accommodate up to 50 people. So if you'd like to host a small gathering on the Draft patio, call ahead to reserve it by calling 281-1183. Stop in and enjoy nightly dining specials, drink specials, and happy hours. To keep updated on the road construction, go to Draft's Facebook page for updates. Enjoy summer dining in their beautiful new outdoor patio area at Draft Sports Bar and Grill in Crookston.
Hi, Tommy Helgeson here at Christian Brothers Ford in Crookston. We're down to one remaining 2020 Ford F-150 XLT Crew Cab pickup. Has a 3.5 EcoBoost engine, heated seats, and all the great options, including navigation. Original MSRP, $57,440. Buy this brand new truck now for $48,999. That's right, $48,999. That's used truck pricing right there on a brand new Ford F-150 at Christian Brothers Ford in Crookston. Like us on Facebook and check us out at ChristianBrothersFord.com. At Christian Brothers Ford in Crookston, we make it easy.
Well, after the timeout, there's a man in motion. Klimek goes right to left. He's going to get the pitch. He hits the brakes, now cuts it up the field, and he's going to be taken down right around the 5-yard line, and the two-point conversion fails. So it's a 6-0 lead for Osakis with 2:27 remaining in the first quarter of play. We'll be back with the kickoff coming up right after this 30-second timeout.
That you can find at Crookston Hardware Hank. They're durable enough to handle family reunion-sized cleanups and cost less than the other brands, making them the best value for your dollar. From contractor bags to drum liners, each bag holds 55 gallons. Stop by Crookston Hardware Hank. Fix them up today. Ruffy's Trash Bags.
You've got a lot more going for you with Hank, Hardware Hank.
You'll never have to worry about your family's comfort because you have Great Plains Natural Gas. And that means you have dependable heating service being delivered to your home instantly whenever you need it. You've come to depend on natural gas for comfort and convenience, to warm your home, cook your meals, and heat your water. Great Plains Natural Gas Company, providing you and your family the peace of mind and the quality of life you expect. Making Great Plains Natural Gas Company your energy of choice.
Well, the kickoff is going to go out of bounds. That's not what Osakis wanted there. And the Pirates, I would assume, are going to make him kick it again. But we'll wait and see. Are they going to take it at the 35? Well, I would think this is a no-brainer when you have the likes of Ethan Bowl and others back there to receive. You push them back 5 yards, but the official and Coach Lebarski still talking it over. And they are going to take it, I think, right at the 35. So the Pirates will have it 1st and 10 at the 35. We have 2:27 remaining in the first quarter of play. Pirates will have it 1st and 10. Their own 35-yard line. Still a light rain. Well, here we go. Forgot to put that on. Now Widman, he split out to the left. Under center is Dota. Same formation the Pirates have gone with for most of the game here. 2 backs in the backfield. Bull at fullback. Now the handoff goes to Hesby. He breaks a tackle in the backfield. Gets up to the 40-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5 for Jacob Hesby.
That's a 6-yard gain.
Well, you were coming into the season thinking Ethan Bull was going to be the guy getting the majority of the carries, and so far it's been Jacob Hesby.
I thought that until I talked with Coach Lebarski in our pregame interview. He said Ethan is too good of a blocker not to use him at fullback, but at some point, Ethan only has 1 carry so far in the game, and now Ethan is at tailback. I was just going to say, at some point you got to give Ethan the ball. Yeah, Woodman split out to the right. Handoff goes to Bull. Big hole up the middle, and he gets up to the 45, up to the 46-yard line. That'll be a first down. So after a 6-yard carry for Hesby, you have a 5-yard carry for Bull, and the Pirates get their first down of the game.
That's one thing you see from Ethan Bull just right off the bat is his patience before he hits the line as he waits for the hole to open and he hits it quickly.
So the Pirates get their first down. Their 2 best plays of the game thus far. It'll be 1st down and 10. Under center again is Dota. 1 receiver split out to the near side. Dropping back. Handoff goes to Bull. He's going to be hit in the backfield. He leaps forward with his ankles wrapped up, and he ends up getting a yard on the play. So a gain of 1 yard for Bull. He now has 3 carries for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Pirates. Widman will bring the play in from the sidelines. He gives the play to Dota. Osakis, as usual, very athletic. Got some good speed. They showed that in that 72-yard touchdown pass. Usually have some good football teams, have some good boys basketball teams, track, and 2nd down and 9. Now a false start on the Pirates. There was a couple Pirates that moved, so I don't know if the snap wasn't on the right snap or if there was just that many Pirates that jumped. And it'll be a 5-yard penalty. Doesn't matter either way. It's a 5-yard penalty. 2nd penalty against the Pirates, 10 yards total. Pirates have tried 1 pass. That was incomplete. Osakis, they've tried 1 pass. That was complete for a 72-yard touchdown. 2nd down and 14 for the Pirates. 14 seconds left in this first quarter. Dropping back, rolling out to his right is Dota. He flips a pass over to Hesby, makes the grab, across the 50, up to the 45, close to a first down. Nice play for the Pirates. It looks like they're going to mark him out of bounds at the 45-yard line. And that'll be the end of the first quarter of play. So we go from the 41, so that would be a 10. It's about a 14-yard passing play to Hesby. And Dota now 1 for 2 in the game. So we'll take a break. We'll be back with the second quarter. Osakis leading Crookston on the Draft Sports Bar and Grill. Scoreboard update. It's Osakis 6 and the Pirates nothing.
For example, some tractor makers use ordinary sheet metal hoods and fenders. So when rocks fall from the loader, it means dents today, rust tomorrow. At John Deere, we use advanced composite hoods and fenders that resist dents and will never rust. That's how we run. and nothing runs like a deer.
Stop by your local Valley Plains equipment dealer in Crookston, Galesburg, Hillsboro, Hunter, Jamestown, and Valley City.
Best Used Trucks of Minnesota would like to thank you for your patronage and look forward to serving you in the future. They have a complete service department for gas or diesel trucks, heavy-duty or light-duty trucks. They DOT trucks and trailers. Looking for a truck? If you don't see what you need on the lot, let Best Used Trucks of Minnesota know what you need, and they'll do their best to get it for you. For farm and over-the-road trucks and trailers, see Best Used Trucks of Minnesota in Crookston. Give them a call, 281-6300. Best Used Trucks of Minnesota.
Well, to start the second quarter, the Crookston Pirates going left to right in Osakis territory after a 14-yard passing play. It'll be 3rd down and 1. Now under center Dota, and it looks like the Pirates, they might have got some forward progress there as Dota is going to get the first down. He was pushed back after he got a yard, so it will be a first down and a big play there for the Pirates. So they get their second first down of the game.
Yeah, just enough initial push from the middle of that offensive line for the Pirates. Get some that forward progress, as you mentioned, and the drive continues for the Pirates.
So the second first down for the Pirates. One late in the first quarter, then obviously one right away here in the first 30 seconds of the second quarter. 11:23 left in the first half. Osakis leading 6-0. Pirates a touchdown and an extra point away from taking the lead. Underneath center is Dota. He drops back, hands it off to Bull, and he's swarmed in the backfield. There was nothing Bull could do. As soon as he got it, he had 3 Osakis Silverstreaks surrounding him. And getting off the bottom of the pile for that tackle was Chase Meyer again, the 6'2 senior. He's having a nice game defensively here. So the Pirates will lose 3 yards on that play.
Now here's where a challenge comes in. You have 2nd and 13, so maybe not ideal for running the ball. Either get a big gain running here to set up a nice and easy maybe 3rd and 5 or less 3rd down, or you're going to have to get a decent pass play.
So it'll be a 2nd down and 14. Well, right on schedule, we have the 6:31 train coming through, dropping back to pass. The pass over the middle, it's going to be picked off. Intercepting the pass is Kyle Magus. I think Dota was looking. There was 3 receivers all in that area, and you don't like to see that as an offensive coach when you have 3 receivers within about a 5-6 yard span. And that was an easy interception for Kyle Magus.
And he basically, what happened was all 3 of them ran to the same spot, and he kind of threw right in between all of them, kind of like in a little triangle, and it ended up going right to Magus.
So the Pirates now 1 for 3 in the passing department. That one intercepted. And Osakis will have it at their own 37-yard line. With 10:16 remaining in this second quarter. Underneath center, you have Magus, who just intercepted the pass. He rolls out to his right, fires a pass to his tight end. There is Carter Watness, and he gets all the way across the 40 down to the 35 before he's finally taken down, and that's where they will mark it. So 13 yards, then you have 23, and that'll be about a 29-yard passing play to Watness. And Magus, who's been at quarterback the entire game, he is now 2 for 2, and he has over 100 yards passing. As the rain continues to fall, 1st down and 10. That is the first down of the second quarter for Osakis. Obviously, their first time touching the ball. Now the handoff goes right side, cutting it up to the 31-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 3 yards on the play for Hagedon. So it'll be 2nd down and 7.
Well, now that Osakis has shown that they can throw the ball even in this rain, it's going to make it a lot easier to run the ball as some gaps will start to open up as Crookston might start playing more pass defense, or at least being ready for the pass.
Well, we're have the season opener here. We always like the 6 o'clock games. Get done a little earlier, especially when you have every Pirate sporting event playing tonight. Almost everyone. 2nd down and 7. Pitch goes out to the right side, and getting the first down, leaping, and then getting upended is Hagedorn again as he gets across the 25-yard line. So that'll be to the 20 is where they're going to mark it. That's going to be an 11-yard pitch to Hagedorn, and that will be another first down. So Hagedorn gets the second first down of the quarter, 5th of the game for Osakis, and they're threatening once again. First down and 10. Osakis, really, they haven't been stopped. They've only stopped themselves with 2 fumbles in the first quarter. Now the handoff goes fake handoff to the left, right up the gut, and that's going to be a gain of a yard, possibly 2 on the play. And that was, I believe, Klimek that's getting off the pile there. So a 1-yard gain, 2nd down and 9. Well, would like to say hi to everybody. Passing along notes. Down in the woods edition. Jealous. Watching it on the big screen there, pulling it up on the YouTube. We also have a couple watchers. We'll tell you who in just a second. Now off to the right side, it's Hagedorn. Hagedorn gets by one tackler and gets down for a gain of about 7 on the play. So Hagedorn gains a 29, the 3 plays they've run here, 29 yards, 11, and 7. So a pass, a run, and a run. Getting big chunks of yardage here is Osakis here in the second quarter. We saw the Pirates struggle last year in the second and fourth quarters, and hopefully that won't be the case here this year. 3rd down and 2. Under center is Magas. Magas hands it off left side and getting tripped up. That's is that Klimek again? So, given that, did you see who ran the ball there, Aaron?
I did not.
8 or 9?
I think it was 9. I think it was Klimek.
Okay, so we'll go with Klimek getting the carry there for a couple of yards. Now the rolling out to the right. Pass is knocked away, diving at the last second. And knocking it away for the Pirates. On a nice effort there was Ethan Bowman. So the first incomplete pass.
Well, now you're probably expecting a run if you are the Pirates defense here. Trying to cut this probably distance in half at least if you're Osakis.
Well, big hi to Blake Fee and Zach Brown watching in Phoenix at college there at Grand Canyon University. Hope you're staying out of trouble, gentlemen. 2nd down and 8. Now the handoff goes right wing, and, well, they must be if they're watching the game on the TV tonight. Handoff goes right side. 3rd down and about 2. After Hagedorn with another carry.
You'd have to think now for Osakis it's 4-down territory, so you're going to have to get 2, if not more, stops if you're the Crookston defense.
Inside the 5 down to the 4-yard line where it's 3rd and 2. We have 5:13 remaining. One thing, when teams run the ball, the first half goes by pretty quickly. As we have the rain continuing, the fans aren't minding the quick game here as well. Now the handoff, it goes right up the middle after the fake to Hagedorn. And we're waiting, and it looks like getting off the bottom of the pile there. And that looks to be Drew Emdick with the carry there. That'll be a gain of a couple of yards on the play. That'll be another first down. Osakis with their 6th first down. Now 4th and goal at the 1, and it looks like Crookston wants a timeout. We'll take one as well. 4:21 remaining in this first half of play. It's Osakis 6, Crookston nothing on the Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update. Osakis knocking on the door. It'll be 4th and goal at the 1-yard line coming up right after this 30-second timeout.
Biermeyer Chiropractic Clinic is committed to the health and well-being of their patients by providing customized chiropractic care. Dr. Steve Biermeyer and Dr. Lucas Biermeyer help workers get back on the job and athletes back in the game quicker without surgery and medication by using non-surgical, drugless natural correction, supportive therapies, and guidance on exercise. Open 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Friday. Biermeyer Chiropractic Clinic, right next door to Hugo's in Crookston. Phone 281-6311.
American Crystal Sugar Company's goal is to have the best workforce in the sugar industry. Their employees are their number one asset. Jobs are available for people of all backgrounds and skill sets, and they offer compensation, benefit packages, and more. Check out their list of career options at crystalsugar.com. There are a variety of careers in a variety of locations, so take a look at their current job openings at crystalsugar.com. American Crystal Sugar Company conducts pre-employment drug screens and criminal background checks and is an equal opportunity employer. Back to Crookston as Osakis 4th and goal at the 1. Handoff right side, and it's in for a touchdown. Drew Imdek gets the handoff right off the right-hand side of the center, right between the center and the guard, and he gets a 1-yard touchdown with 4:17 remaining in the first half of play. It's now a 12-0 lead for Osakis. I thought that was. Did you see Imdick, or was that? That was Imdick. So.
Yeah, but I thought it was Imdick as well.
Yep. So Imdick with the touchdown. Now there's pass interference on the Pirates. Ethan Bowman had a nice two-leg takedown in the end zone. Unfortunately, it's football season, not wrestling season. And you can do that if he touches the ball, but he did not touch the ball, so Osakis will get a second opportunity. So let's see here. We have Drew Imdick with the 1-yard run. 72-yard pass and a 1-yard run. The 2 touchdowns for Osakis. They lead 12-0. Now they have a chance. First, they're going to go for the 2-point conversion. It's going to be at the 1.5-yard line. Under center is Magus, and he hands it off to Hagedon, and he is going to be hit and stacked up, brought back by the Pirates, and I'll have to ask Aaron who was in on the tackle there for the Pirates. Looked like Hesby might have been one of them in there. So, but the Pirates doing a good job of stacking it up and stopping the 2-point conversion once again as the run fails. And on the Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update, the score is Osakis 12, Crookston nothing. And scores, we still haven't received anything from soccer yet. As soon as we get that, we will pass that along. Girls swimming is competing. You have boys soccer. Their game today was postponed. And really unfortunate for Melrose. They had a kid that went down in the first game with a heart issue. They were able to revive him. I think he went down twice, and they were able to revive him both times. So he's having something done today, some medical procedure on, I don't know if it's, I don't want to say anything without knowing, but he's having some surgery, I think, done today, so the team did not want to play, and understandably so. Now Ethan Bowl takes the kick return, returns it all the way up to the 39-yard line, and that's where the Pirates are going to start it off. So the Pirates, Ethan Bowl trying to give his team a spark here as they get ready to... Well, 4:11 left. They'd love to get on the board here before halftime with Osakis leading 12-0. Osakis has been tough. There's no doubt about that. So with 4:11 remaining in the second quarter, Going to mark it. Well, they're going to put it up to the 40-yard line. So they get the ball out of the way. They bring the Pirate ball in, and now we're ready. Dota underneath center. 2 receivers. First time we've seen that off to the right side. You have Bull, the only back in the backfield. And the fake handout. No, they do hand it off to Bull, and once again he has nothing he can do as Osakis has had the Pirate offense figured out here. They're able to get, I don't know if they have it figured out, but they're just able to beat the offensive lineman for the Pirates. And that's going to be no gain for Ethan Bull.
Yeah, even the 2 wide receiver set that Crookston threw out there that time didn't throw off Osakis at all on defense. They were ready for Bull.
So actually a loss of 1 on the play for Bull. He's had a loss of 3 and a loss of 1 in his last 2 carries. Now they go with the fullback Knutson, tailback Bull. Handoff goes to the fullback Knutson. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and up to the 41-yard line. Hunter Knutson, his first carry, he gets 2 yards. Well, you're probably recognizing a lot of these names we've been saying. We have Coach Wes Hansen next to us here up in the press box. He's working the spotting up here. But you have, we've said Hunter Knutson. We've said, obviously, Ethan Bull. You have Kay De Leon. You have Carter Coette. You have all these Ethan Bowman we've mentioned. All wrestlers coming off that section championship last winter. Now the handoff goes to Hesby. He's a basketball player as well. All these guys, 2 3-sport athletes for the Pirates. Osakis, the same. That's what it takes in these smaller towns and smaller enrollments. So the handoff goes left side. It's going to be no gain on the. No, we had a timeout called with 2:37 remaining before the Pirates. They had no gain on the play. So we have 3 plays for 2 yards and 2:37 remaining. We're going to keep it here. Recap the scoring thus far in the game on the Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update. 2:37 remaining, first half of play. Osakis scored the first touchdown with 2:27 left in the first quarter. Kyle Magas, a 72-yard pass to Bauer Klimek, and just a pass to the outside, the far sideline. Klimek was able to beat the defender, got to the outside, and he cruised all the way for a 72-yard touchdown reception. The 2-point conversion failed. It was 6-0 at the end of the first quarter. And then with 4:17 left here in the first half, Drew Imdek scored on a 1-yard run after a nice drive for Osakis. And now the Pirates have it, 4th down and 9. But back to punt from the 40-yard line. That's in the air down to the 25. We're going to have a penalty on Osakis on an illegal block. And returning it all the way up the middle. And it looks like one man to beat, and Bud is able to bring him down. But it'll be all for naught as Klimek, he was able to get open because there was a block to the back. And that's going to bring it all the way. And the Pirates don't have to discuss this one. They will accept the penalty back at the 28 to 29-yard line.
Just as you look at any play at any level, high school, college, professional, that one's what you call an easy call for the referees. Widman getting blocked, pushed, 2 hands right in the back in front of 2 referees.
Well, and give credit to George Widman, the 5th, who was down there, and he wears number 5 in baseball, also wears number 5 in football because he is the 5th, George Widman, the Candy Man, and 2:20 remaining. So back to the 28-yard line, and that'll be half the distance to the goal line because it is a 15-yard variety penalty. So the Pirates see if they can take advantage with 2:20 remaining. Try to get a quick 3 and out and have a short field and see if they can punch one in. Osakis on the flip side, they just want to run out the clock here unless they can get a big hitter. They have 1 receiver split out to the far side. Underneath center is Magas. Magas hands it off to the left, and not much room. Getting taken down at the 18-yard line. That'll be a gain of a yard on the carry for Hagedon. So the tackle for the Pirates was Jaron Bailey, the 6 foot, 195-pound junior. Second down, and we'll call it 9. Minute 42 remaining. Magus under center once again. One receiver split out to the far side. They're going to pitch it out to Hagedon. He has an opening, gets by one Pirate tackler, then he is taken down at the 30, maybe up to the 31-yard line. So that'll be a gain of 13 yards for Hagedon. He has 2 carries for 14 yards on this series alone. That'll be another first down. That is the 5th of the game for Osakis, or 5th of the quarter, 8th of the game, compared to Crookston's 2 first downs. A minute 22 remaining. First down and 10 for Osakis. The rain continues to come down. The umbrellas, the raincoats, all out. We'll talk with Coach Nate Lebarski right after the buzzer sounds. Now a pass down the far side of the field. Good coverage there by, I think that was Brady Wisk on the far side.
Yeah, it was Wisk. So he's made a couple of big plays here over the last 2, upending Hagedon on the previous play on the run when it looked like he had a crease, and that time staying right with the receiver. Great defense by Wisk on the outside.
So an incomplete pass. 2 for 4 in the game as Magus, passing-wise. Second down and 10 with 62 seconds remaining in this first half of play. Osakis leading 12-0. Now we'll have a whistle from the referee on the Osakis side of the field. Well, they marked the ball in the wrong spot. They put it the half a yard the wrong way, so it'll be second down and 10. That's why they have an official right on the line on each side. Now dropping back to pass. Magus looking. He has a receiver there. A bullet down, and not sure. It looked like pulling up there was Bauer Klimek. He pulled up a little early, but there was a little contact there, and the Pirates might have got away if Klimek would have sold it a little more. Probably could have got a penalty.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly why he didn't. Maybe could have the referees would have maybe said something like incidental contact there as Woodman's the one who went down, but it also looked like if Klimek would have kept going after that ball, he might have been able to grab it.
Yeah, I thought maybe Klimek came up, maybe pulled something there, but that wasn't the case. But it could have been just enough when he did have that incidental contact that it slowed him up enough that he couldn't get going again. And it is slick out there, so it's tough to stop and go. 51 seconds left as the handoff goes right side. And that'll be a gain of a yard, possibly 2 for Hagedon. We'll give him 2 yards on the carry. It'll be 4th and 8. 33 seconds remaining. Back to punt for the first time will be Osakis. Do they have to punt? I don't think they will. We'll see. 21 seconds left. And Osakis taking as much time off the clock as possible here. And down to 9 seconds, and Osakis calls a timeout. So good clock management there by the Osakis Silverstreaks. And the Osakis Silverstreaks lead the Crookston Pirates 12-0 in the season opener here in Crookston. It's been raining all day. Haven't had any rain all summer long. Then the first football game of the year, and it rains from early morning all throughout the day, but we're not going to complain. The farmers definitely, the sugar beet farmers anyway, can definitely use it. It's not going to do much for the wheat crop that's already in the bins, or soybeans, probably not much there. Maybe some of the edible beans that might help. A couple of farmers said that would help. Can't hurt at this point, but for the beet farmers, heard the sugar content's been pretty good in the pre-pile, but the tonnage has been pretty low, so this will help increase the tonnage. So we're ready here what could be, 9.3 seconds left. Could be the last play of this first half. We'll wait and see. Now back to punt is Bauer Klimek. His punt goes over the head and 32-yard line, 1 second, and that is the end of the first quarter, or the first half of play. So 32 down to the 32. So what do we have there? That's 18. That's a 36-yard punt for Klimek. And that is the first half of play. We're going to head down to the field. Coach Nate Lebarski joins Aaron Morris. Aaron?
Coach, here in the first half, trailing 12-0. It was one drive, really, where they just had the big play. Otherwise, it was maybe a methodical drive. Defensively, looks like you guys have played well so far.
Yeah, I think so. And, I mean, early on in the season, we're going to have to hang our hat on defense and some special teams and get our offense figured out. We'll do that as games progress. We'll continue to get it figured out. Yep.
Offensively, just a few first downs here in the first half. What do you guys have to do to get Jacob Hesby and Ethan Bull going on the offensive side?
I think we have to keep moving our feet up front. You know, we make initial contact, but our feet kind of stop sometimes up front, and then and maybe try to get the ball to the edge a little bit.
Do you see any forthcoming changes here in the second half, maybe to get some offense, or are you guys going to go with what you know here?
I think we'll go with what we know right now, first game of the season. So.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time.
All right, thank you.
That is the head coach of the Crookston Pirates, Coach Nate Lebarski. His first year as head coach, and his team trails by a score of 12-0 here at halftime. We will take a break. We'll be back and have the first half stats. We'll take a look at our Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update and a whole lot more. That's all going to be coming up here during the halftime show. Again, the score at halftime, the Osakis Silverstreaks 12, Crookston 0. We'll be back with the first half stats coming up right after this timeout on KROX.
Shopping for groceries is easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping with delivery or curbside pickup at GoHugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big with Hugo's Family Marketplace, your hometown grocer since 1939.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
The Crookston Eye Clinic is your hometown eye clinic. Whether you have cataracts, glaucoma, macular degeneration, or perfect vision, it's important to have your eyes evaluated to keep them healthy. To help with your busy schedule, the Crookston office now has extended hours on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. They also have a second location in Fosston to offer even more appointment options. If you've been wanting to try contact lenses or are looking for your next pair of glasses, the doctors at the Crookston Eye Clinic are available to see you. Doctors Forget, Smith, Miller, and Genanetta are all accepting new patients. Call 281-2020 for the Crookston and Fosston Eye Clinic.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
Hi, Tommy Helgeson here at Christian Brothers Ford in Crookston. We're down to one remaining 2020 Ford F-150 XLT Crew Cab pickup. Has a 3.5 EcoBoost engine, heated seats, and all the great options, including navigation. Original MSRP 57440. Buy this brand new truck now for $48,999. That's right, $48,999. That's used truck pricing right there on a brand new Ford F-150 at Christian Brothers Ford in Crookston. Like us on Facebook and check us out at ChristianBrothersFord.com. At Christian Brothers Ford in Crookston, we make it easy.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call Andy Ohm at State Farm at 218-281-3643 today.
This is Vicki Peck, LPN at Villa St. Vincent, bringing you this month's stewardship tip. August is National Vaccination Awareness Month. All adults should get vaccinated to protect their health. Even healthy adults may become seriously ill and pass illnesses on to others. Based on a person's age, occupation, and/or health condition, certain vaccines are recommended. Vaccination is important because it protects the person receiving the vaccine and helps prevent the spread of disease, especially for those who are most vulnerable to serious complications, such as elderly, those with weakened immune systems, and those with chronic medical issues.
The Crookston UMC football field as the Osakis Silverstreaks lead the Crookston Pirates by a score of 12-0. Taking a look at the first half stats, Osakis, they have 186 yards total offense. Tyson Hagedon, 11 carries for 66 yards. Drew Imdick, 4 carries for 14 yards. And Bauer Klimek has 2 for 5. So 85 yards rushing. And then Magus is 2 of 5 passing. 29-yard completion and a 72-yard completion. Watness, the 29-yard reception. And then you have Bauer Klimek with the 72-yard reception for that touchdown. So 186 yards total offense for Osakis in the first half. On the flip side, Crookston, Ethan Bull, he has 5 carries for 3 yards. He had carries of 0, 5, 1, and then a loss of 3 and a loss of 2, or loss of 1, excuse me, so that would be 2. So 2 yards for Ethan Bull on 5 carries. Hunter Knutson, 1 carry for 2 yards, and Jacob Hesby, 5 carries for 11 yards. That is, 15 yards, 11 plus 4, so that would be 15 yards rushing for the Pirates in that first half. Passing, the Pirates were 1 of 3. Jack Doda, he had 1 interception and 1 completion to Jacob Hesby for 14 yards. So the Pirates have 29 yards total offense in that first half compared to Osakis' 186 yards of total offense. So the Pirates outgained 186-29 in that first half of play. Taking a look at the rest of the stats, Crookston had 2 first downs. Osakis had 8 penalties. The Pirates 2 for 10 yards. Osakis 2 for 25. Fumbles, Osakis had 2, and they fumbled both. Crookston did not fumble the ball. The Pirates did throw 1 interception, and the Pirates had 2 punts. For a total of 42 yards. So 2 punts for 42 yards. Osakis had 1 for 36. That is a look at the stats in the first half of play. Again, the stat that everybody is curious about. It's the score at halftime. Osakis 12, Crookston nothing. In the first quarter, with 2:27 remaining, Osakis scored the first touchdown of the game. Kyle Magus, a 72-yard pass to Bauer Klimek. Again, beat him to the outside and was able to go in virtually untouched. And the 2-point conversion run failed, and it was 6-0. Osakis had the lead at the end of the first quarter. Then in the second quarter, with 4:17 remaining, it was Osakis striking again. Drew Imdick, a 1-yard run after a nice drive by the entire Osakis team. It was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It was a 7-yard drive, or a 7-play drive, that took 63 yards. And Osakis took a 12-0 lead. They tried a 2-point conversion. That failed, and Osakis leads 12-0 here at the half. We will take a break. We'll be back, and we will have the second half of play. And also, there's not a lot of scores out there right now, but we do have a soccer score, and we'll pass that along to you. That'll be coming up right after this timeout on KROX.
It's always growing season here at United Valley Bank. We're focused on growth for our customers and communities, success for farms and businesses, and improvement for ourselves. Partner with us, and you'll see firsthand just how much the right hometown banking team can change your perspective. Together, there's no limit to the heights we can reach.
United Valley Bank, our roots make us stronger.
Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Harvest is more than the act of reaping what you've sown. It's the culmination of months of hard effort, along with a few weeks of working 24/7 to bring the crop in. At Sesvanderhof, we're continuously working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature, so that you can end each harvest on a high note. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sesvanderhof, a passion that grows.
Tri-Valley Head Start Child and Family Programs offers child-centered, family-focused services in a community-based setting. The program provides health, nutrition, dental, mental health, family services, and parent engagement opportunities. Available for income-eligible children birth to 5 years old, as well as children with special needs, at-risk children, and families and pregnant women. Tri-Valley Head Start Child and Family Programs has centers in East Grand Forks, Grafton, Ada, and Crookston. For more information, visit tvoc.org.
From shoulder to hand, hips to toes, and everything in between, the Riverview Health Orthopedic Team has you covered with advanced training and joint replacements, upper and lower extremity, spine, foot, and ankle care. You know you'll be in good hands with Drs. Spinell, Palkert, Stanky, Kim, Abasi, Schall, and Sekundiak. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 218-281-9595.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care. Riverview Health.
Grove Mechanical in Crookston wants to help you make the air in your home absolutely perfect with reliable, award-winning Lennox products. And now through August 31st, there's up to $1,200 Lennox rebates available, and ask them about available rebates up to $5,225 from your local utilities, for up to a total savings of $6,425. Stop in at Grove Mechanical. Call 218-281-3863 or visit them at grovemech.com. For great products, big savings, and perfect air, think Grove Mechanical in Crookston, your hometown heating and cooling professionals.
You can make a sweet life right here in the Red River Valley with a career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Our shift schedule offers 14 days off per month, which gives you time for family, friends, the great outdoors, and everything else you enjoy about small town living. Entry-level positions are available, and pay starts around $18 per hour. Apply today at crystalsugar.com and share in our sweet success.
Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update. Draft Sports Bar and Grill, they open daily at 11:30 a.m. and you can contact them about their catering services as well. And we're getting closer, we hate to say it, to the holidays. And you can have them maybe book your holiday party or cater your holiday party, or maybe even host it at Drafts. Give them a call, 281-1183. Lunch specials are served Monday through Friday from 11:30 to 2, and they change weekly. The special every Thursday night is tacos or taco-inspired dishes, and then Friday they have the special of St. Louis ribs with potato breadstick super salad. Draft Sports Bar and Grill in Crookston. The scores that we have so far, the score at halftime here, Osakis leading Crookston 12-0. And in high school soccer, the Crookston Pirates, they fall to St. John's Prep. They're shut out by St. John's Prep 2-0. It was the goalkeeper was Cassie Solheim. She had 5 saves, and hockey never takes. They never take a break. It's unbelievable. And there's one of the Pirate goalkeeper, Reese Swanson. She's at some hockey tournament this weekend, and don't get me started on hockey not being played in the winter. But anyway, they have Natalie Kaiser had 2 saves, so the Pirates only 2 shots on goal. Let's see what else. JV, they won 4-2, so a nice win for JV. Let's see what else we have here. Junior high volleyball for the 7th grade matches. Crookston lost 2-1. They lose in the 3rd set, 17-15, so a close one there. And then 8th grade, they lose to Sacred Heart 2-0. So those are the scores that we have. Let's see, and while just getting underway at TCF Bank Stadium now. What Huntington beat? I don't even know. I've never heard of the company before, but they now sponsor the new stadium. But we're calling it TCF still because that's I know who they are. But let's take a look at Twins baseball as well. They're getting ready to play. We will not obviously have that. And college football, the Gophers just getting underway. We'll join that after the completion of this game. The Gophers start the game with the ball at 2nd and 7 at their own 28-yard line as they take on the number 4th ranked Ohio State Buckeyes. So we're ready to get the second half underway. They're letting the clock wind down here. We'll have all the story, stat scores, pictures, and more on our website, KROXAM.com. Click on Sports. Oh, we're waiting. Oh, we can just turn off the clock, put on a fresh 12 here.
Oh, for 3 minutes.
Yeah. So well, we're ready with the kickoff. It'll be Kyle Magus. The right-footed kick, high end over end. It's going to be held up at about the 15-yard line. Grabbing it is Wisk. He will get spun around at the 30-yard line where he's taken down. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Pirates at about their own 30, 31-yard line. $11:53 left in this third quarter of play, just underway. We do have an injury down on the field. One of the Osakis players is down. So we've seen a couple injuries here. And one of the Pirates that was injured, we're happy to say he is walking on his own power there, so that's good news. And now Osakis has their first injury of the game with a player down. He's being tended to as well. So the Pirates will have the ball, 1st down and 10 at their own 30-yard line. Osakis did fumble the ball twice in the first half, the first 2 series actually, and the Pirates weren't able to take advantage of the short field either time. And it looks like well, they're still looking at that Osakis player, and that is down. Again, we don't speculate until we know for sure who the player is, for obvious reasons. And again, we'll have the story, stats, scores, pictures, and more on our website at KROXAM.com. You can click on Sports, and the injured player is walking off in his own power, so we're happy to see that for Osakis.
Looks like number 34, Jack Petrich, is the player who is down.
So again, Jack is walking off on his own power. And I didn't ask if it's Petrick or Petrick. Apologize for that, the 5'10 junior. We got the starters 40 minutes before we were supposed to go on the air. Coach forgot to send them last night and said I'll just bring them when I get there. 1st down and 10. Under center is Dota. 2 backs in the backfield. The handoff goes left side. Bouncing it out is Bull. He gets to the 30, 35-yard line before he's taken down. A nice tackle. And then we have a late flag as well. So Ethan Bull will get a 5-yard carry. And we'll wait for the officials. If they call late hit, that was didn't seem like anything vicious, but no, they're going to call holding. So defensive holding, is that what they called there?
I think they called unnecessary roughness there.
Okay.
He went to the chop signal there. Must have been very late after Bolo was already down, because it didn't look like, I'm standing maybe 10 yards away, it didn't look like anything malicious, but I was blocked a little bit at the end there. Might have been something late.
Yeah, just the fact that he hit him when he was out of bounds, I think, was more, even though it wasn't vicious, as you said, Aaron. Nothing, malicious by any means, but you got to be careful when you get close to that sideline. Phil Hansen, longtime NFL player, threw the flag there, and he's bigger than I am, so we're not going to argue. Osakis not going to argue either. Former Buffalo Bill, played in a couple Super Bowls, former NDSU player. We usually get Phil Hansen doing quite a few games a year out of Detroit Lakes. So a penalty on the Pirates. That's going to be a false start, so that'll push them back 5 yards. So 15-yard penalty against Osakis, but answered with a 5-yard penalty against Crookston. So it'll be 1st and 15. Underneath center is Dota. He drops back, hands it off to Bull. He leaps and gets back to the line of scrimmage again. There is nothing there. Osakis has done a fantastic job with their defensive line and linebackers filling those gaps, and the offensive line for the Pirates just have struggled getting anything going.
Yeah, so far the initial push has been going to basically the defensive tackle for the Osakis squad. And Crookston isn't getting enough of push, is what Coach Lebarski said right after halftime, is we're not getting enough push. Our feet aren't getting set quick enough.
Having flashbacks to what they were talking about when I was trying to block in high school. 2nd down and 15, or lack of blocking, we should say. Under center is Dota. 2 receivers split out to the far side. Bull, the lone back in the backfield. Handoff goes to a Bull. He's going to be a hit. Once again, the Pirates struggling on that left side and not able to sustain the block, being pushed back, and that's going to be a loss of a yard or 2 on the play.
Part of it for Crookston as well is it's some more slow developing run plays, so it's almost like they're waiting a second and a half to get Ethan Bull the handoff, and by that time Osakis is already basically in the backfield.
It's it looks like that. Just that it's not smooth, and obviously this is the first game for Jack Dota at quarterback, so they're all trying to learn each other's tendencies, learning on the fly. Now Whitman split out to the right side. 2 backs in the backfield. Dota drops back. He looks to pass, rolling out to his right. He lobs it up in the air. It's going to be tipped and knocked away. A great leaping effort there by Kyle Magus, the sophomore. He's been everywhere. He's had an interception. He knocked one down there. He has passed for a touchdown. He's done a little bit of everything for Osakis here in this ball game. Comes up with a big defensive bat down there.
Yeah, it kind of came out of nowhere, maybe from a shorter zone or from a different guy, came off and made a nice play.
So it'll be 4th down at about 16, 9:09 remaining in this third quarter of play. Back to punt will be Brooks Butt. Ball's at the 44-yard line. Nice high, booming punt for Brooksy, and it goes out of bounds. We'll see. They're going to mark it. And, oh, boy, they're going to give a pretty good spot there for the Pirates from our vantage point. No, there he goes. He's coming back. At about the 15, 16, 17, 18-yard line is where it is. So a 38-yard punt for Brooks Butt. Nice punt there for Brooks.
I think the difference in that punt is he had a little bit of time to get it off, too. He saw that he had time, made sure he wound up and get a good one.
Yeah, the last time the snap was a little off the mark. He went off to his right and just was able to get it off. Still had a decent punt considering everything there with the 27-yarder. But, yeah, when you have time, it's amazing how those punters can get a nice booming punt off, especially somebody like Brooks. Now underneath center, Osakis. They have Magas. He is going to hand it off left side. Big hole, and getting up to the third 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 7 yards on the play. And that's once again Hagedon. So Hagedon, a 7-yard carry. He has 12 carries now for 73 yards.
And they're starting to spread out their run game a little bit in terms of where they're running to on the line. A lot of it early was right up the middle, and now they're starting to get more to the outside towards the tackles.
So it'll be second down and about 3. Pirates on the defensive end, trying to stop Osakis here. Now the handoff goes right side and getting hit in the backfield coming through. Ethan Bowl also over there to make a nice play for the Pirates was Jack Dota. And Hagedon going to be hit with no gain on the play. So it'll be third down and 3. Osakis taking their time here during in between the plays. 7:39 remaining. Third quarter of play. Osakis 12, Crookston nothing. Crookston's defense hasn't been too bad. We see Jack Dota. He's walking gingerly on the sideline. A little noticeable gimp there. Now the handoff left side. Big hole. And getting upended at about the 38-yard line will be Drew Imdick. So they're going to mark it at the 40, it looks like. That's going to be a 15-yard carry for Imdick. He now has 5 carries for 29 yards, and that is another Osakis first down, their 9th of the game.
Yeah, you mentioned Jack Dodo walking a little gingerly. I think it's that left maybe thigh area, maybe groin. That happened on that tackle he made with Ethan Bowl a couple plays ago.
So it'll be first down and 10. Underneath center is Magas. He'll hand it off to the right and looking for some room. The Pirates have it stacked up pretty well, but powering forward up to the 43-yard line for a gain of about 3 yards will be Imdick once again. So a 3-yard gain for Imdick. He has 18 yards on his last 2 carries. They're going to mark it closer to the 44, so we're going to have to give him a 4-yard carry. So 19 yards on his last 2 carries. Bull, one of the Pirates, in on the tackle. So it'll be second down and 6. Osakis going north to south, left to right. Magas under center. Slaps his center on the back to let him know he's there. Now the handoff left side. The Pirates, nice job stacking it up, and it's going to be a gain of a yard on the play for Imdick, so he's had the last 3 carries. Jacob Hesby, one of those in on the tackle for the Pirates. It'll be third down and 5 as the rain continues to fall here. So it'll be third and 5 for Crookston. Looking for a big stop here. Third and 5 at the 44-yard line. Magas rolls out to his left, fires a pass. Oh, it goes right through the hands of the intended receiver, the tight end Carter Watness, the 6'5 senior. Looking at his hands, still has his hands out saying, how did I not catch that? Well, he has an excuse here because it is pretty wet out there. It'll be fourth down and 5 after the incomplete pass, and the Pirates get a big break there because that was a first down and a big gain if he's able to haul it in. Well, with the ball, the pigskin a little slippery here with rain all day. Tough to haul that one in. Now the punt is going to hit at about the 31-yard line. Rolls all the way down to the 20-yard line. So that'll be a 30. So 20, they're going to mark it there, 25, 28 plus 5 would be a 33-yard punt.
Take over first and
for Osakis. So 5:12 remaining. And Crookston will have the ball. They haven't had great field position here thus far. They had it a couple times in the first quarter, but since then it's been tough. Now Dota, he rolls out to his right after a fake handoff. He's going to be tripped up from behind. Tracking him down, coming up with a big play there was Carter Watness. So Watness, who had that ball go through his hands, trying to make up for that as he comes up with a big play and a tackle from behind as Dota will be hit. He gets a 2-yard gain. That's his first carry of the season. So 2nd and 8 for Crookston. 4.5 minutes remaining in this third quarter of play. Two backs in the backfield, one receiver split out to the right side. Dota under center for Crookston. A little movement there. Yep, there's going to be a false start on the Pirates.
That's a third false start for the Pirates already here tonight.
The fullback, I think that was Bull. He gave a little shimmy there with the shoulders, and that was enough. And I think the Osakis coaching staff helped remind the officials that was a penalty. So that is the 4th penalty of the game for the Pirates for 20 yards. It'll be 2nd down and about 12, 13 yards for the Pirates. 4 minutes remaining, third quarter of play. 12-0 is the score. Osakis with the lead. So two backs in the backfield. You have Bull as tailback this time. Dropping back, handoff goes to Bull. He tries to bounce it out to the outside. Now cuts it up across the 20 up to the 22-yard line, so he gets those penalty yards back. They'll mark it at the 22, so we're going to give him a 3-yard gain.
Oh, another passing distance for the Pirates here. 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10 area. We'll see if they can get another pass completion here.
Well, the Golden Gophers had a decent drive. They're able to move the ball a little on Ohio State, but then the drive stalled in Ohio State. Their first time they touched the ball, they punch it in 7-0. Ohio State defense let the Gophers down last year, and so far hasn't been a good start this season. But a tough task for the Gophers in week 1. Now Dota, he dropped back, and then as he was trying to cut it up, he just lost his footing. The turf went flying, and Dota is tackled by the turf monster. That'll be a loss of 3 on the play. Tough break for Jack. I think he had a little bit of an opening, but the cleats just gave way to the the mud in the grass. Field's held up pretty well, but you can tell it's been ripped up a bit. 2:19 remaining. Third quarter of play. Now butt back to punt. The snap had rolled to him. He was able to scoop it up, and then somehow he gets a spiral off, and it rolls all the way to the 45-yard line. So a 37-yard punt for Butt. Boy, he's had 38 and 37. That one was far more impressive because he was able to get that punt off as quick as he did. Fortunately, he has experience trying to get those punts off quickly throughout his 3 or so years of punting. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Osakis at the 45-yard line.
And it was an important punt, too, because of how pushed back the Pirates were. And now Osakis has to start from their own territory instead of Pirate territory.
We have 2:05 remaining in this third quarter. Osakis at their own 45, 1st and 10. They lead 12-0. Now Hagedon gets the handoff. He bounces it out to the outside up to the 49-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4 yards on the play. He now has 77 yards on 14 carries. By the way, the Pirates only had 15 yards rushing in that first half of play. And they only have 6 yards here in the second half. So 21 yards rushing is it for the Pirates. Osakis dominating the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 6 for Osakis. Underneath center is Magas. One receiver split out to the right side and handoff right up the middle. That's going to be close to a first down. Looks like it's going to be a yard shy as Imdick gets the handoff. So that'll be a gain of 5 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 1. We're approaching 1 minute remaining here in the third quarter of play.
Well, it's go time for the Pirates. They got to get a stop here and get a quick score as we're heading on to the fourth quarter here shortly.
So once again, Magas under center. Receiver split out to the near side. 2 backs in the backfield, 1 wing back on the left. Handoff, quick hitter right up the middle. That's going to be a first down. Boy, that was a quick handoff. Imdick will get the first down after a gain of 5 yards on the play. He has 10 yards in his last 2 carries and gets Osakis their 3rd first down of the quarter. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Osakis at the Pirate 42-yard line. They have 24 seconds left. This could be the last play of the third quarter. So again, Magas, 2 backs in the backfield as 1 receiver split out to the far side of the field. Handoff goes up the middle, and that's going to be a gain of a few yards once again for Imdick. That'll be a gain of about 5, maybe 6 yards, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter of play. So we'll give him a gain of 5 on the play for Imdick. He has his last 3 carries, 5 yards apiece for 15 yards, and Osakis takes a 12-0 lead into the fourth quarter of play. We have 12 minutes on the board. That's all that's left here in the season opener. Right now, Osakis leading 12-0. They're putting a nice drive together once again. They'll have it 2nd down and 5 at the Pirate 37-yard line. That'll be coming up right after this timeout on KROX. Doesn't love being number 1. When your team's dominating the standings or your favorite band rocks the charts at number 1, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number 1 is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and the not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right. Call Aaron LaPlante, State Farm Insurance Agent in Crookston at 281-2234 today.
Open your eyes to a credit union. Hi, this is Dana Johnson with First Community Credit Union. I get asked time and time again, what is a credit union? It's a member-owned financial cooperative that you can be a part of. Our earnings go back to you, our member owners. And with dozens of locations and all the financial services you'd need, why go anywhere else? Open your eyes to a credit union. See us at First Community Credit Union today, insured by NCUA.
Well, a quick update and for football, they trail 7-0 to Ohio State. Just over 7 minutes left in the first quarter of play. The Gophers, Tanner Morgan, 0 for 3 for obviously no yards, and Ibrahim, he's 6 carries for 23 yards. Now Magas going to keep the ball. There's a flag thrown on the play. Magas is still going inside the 10 down to the 5 before he's finally pushed out of bounds. And the flag, that's in that holding area. We'll wait to see what the official says first. And we are going to have holding against Osakis. So that'll be a 10-yard penalty assessed against the Silverstreaks. They have 4 penalties for 50 yards in the game. Crookston, 4 penalties for 20 yards. So that'll push it back 15 yards from the 36-yard line. Now the officiating crew talking things over here. So now they're walking around with the ball, and I'm not sure what's going on here. So they're marking it off from the middle of the field now. So a 10-yard penalty. Yeah, that's what I gave him. 10-yard penalty. So it'll be second down and about 13 here for Osakis with 11:42 remaining in the game. Now a pitch off to the near side. It goes out to Klimek, who is slated as the starting quarterback. He has not played a down at quarterback here in the game. Instead, it's been Kyle Magas, and Klimek, I think, is more than happy as he gets up with a little gimp as he's walking off. He's looking over to the bench and says, I need to be taken out here as he hobbles off the side of the field. So now we're going to get a new ball. So that'll be a gain of about 6 yards on the play for Klimek. Third down and about 7 for Osakis. Two backs in the backfield. One wing back to the left. Little bobble on the snap. They hand it off to Imdek, and he's going to be hit. Ethan Bohl comes through with a big hit there. That's going to be a gain of 1 on the play for Imdek. And he was knocked straight back by Ethan Bohl.
Well, the slight bobble on the snap threw the timing off a little bit and allowed Ethan to get that extra half second and blew that play up from the start. No chance.
So it'll be 4th down and 5. Osakis going for it at the Pirate 37-yard line. So a big play here for the Pirates. 10:49 remaining. Under center is Magas. I think they're trying to draw off the Pirates, and now a timeout's going to be called by Osakis after the Pirates don't bite on the hard count. 10:43 remaining in the game. Osakis leading 12-0 on the Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the rest of the game coming up right after this timeout on KROX.
Extra cash in your pocket. Tri-Valley Opportunity Council Rural Transportation Collaborative is accepting applications for those people who want to volunteer. With our flexible scheduling, meeting new people, and reimbursement for mileage, your volunteer services will make a difference in your community. For more information and details, call Marcia at 866-884-2695 or in Crookston 281-9082. Tri-Valley Opportunity Council, Crookston.
Farmers and ranchers form the backbone of countless communities all across this country. As a proud American company, Polaris and Titan Machinery are saying thank you with the Polaris Ag Advantage program, giving farmers and ranchers a 10% discount up to $750 on side-by-sides and a 10% discount up to $500 on ATVs and a 1-year warranty on Rangers. To find out more about the Polaris Ag Advantage program, stop by Titan Machinery in Crookston. See dealer for details. Always wear a helmet, never drink and ride. After the timeout, Osakis are ready. They have Magas under center, one receiver. Hagedon split out to the near side. Two backs in the back, Hagedon's one of the backs. Rolling out to his right is Magas. He's hit. The ball is fumbled, and Osakis able to jump on top of it. It doesn't matter, as Hagedon will be hit for a loss of 9 yards on the play as he recovered the fumble. So a loss of 9 for Hagedon after the fumble recovery. And the Pirates will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line. Big play there for the Pirates to get the stop. Coming through and laying a good lick on Magas. So that'll be the first fumble that wasn't lost for Osakis. They've had 3 fumbles total. They lost 2 of them. That was on their first 2 series. So 1st and 10 for the Pirates. They're at their own 46-yard line. .10:36 remaining in the game. Under center is Dota. He drops back. Now he's going to tuck it in. He tries to run. He runs out of room. Again, Osakis, just too much pressure. Dota will be taken down at the 45-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 11. Again, Pirate Girls Soccer, they fall by a score of 2-0 to St. John's Prep in Collegeville. Junior high volleyball, both 7th and 8th grade, they lose to Sacred Heart. Gopher football, they trail 7-0 in the first quarter to Ohio State. Ohio State scored on their first offensive series. So 2nd and 11 for the Pirates after Dota's loss of a yard. Now Dota hands it off to Bull, and there's once again nothing there. Bull gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the Pirates have to get something going here quickly. Time's going to keep running down with both these teams running the ball with the weather and just their style of play. There's not as much time as maybe 9 minutes sounds.
Well, it just goes to show you can have one of the top backs in the area, and probably one of the top ones in the state as well, especially as a junior. And if you can't get the blocking in front, it really doesn't matter a whole lot. 3rd down and 11. So the Pirate line having to grow up a bit here. They have a lot of it, quite a few inexperienced players getting their first taste of full-time varsity action in Osakis. They've been able to dominate the line both offensively and defensively here in this game. So dropping back to pass, looking, lobbing it up in the air. The ball is batted up. It was intended for De Leon, but knocked away by Hagedon. That'll be an incomplete pass, and it'll be a 4th down and 11. And the Pirates, looks like they'll have to punt here from their own 45-yard line.
Yeah, I think maybe if they cut that distance in half for 4th down, maybe you have a 4th and 5. Maybe you decide to go for it here, down 2 scores. But 4th and 11, you haven't been able to show that you can pass consistently.
And the Pirates just struggling moving that ball. They're not even close to 100 yards total offense in the game. Now the snap is a good one. The punt, a nice high side-winding kick. Hits at just inside the 30, rolls down to the 26-yard line. So that'll be 24 plus 5. That will be a 29-yard punt for Brooks Butt, who's been busy. That's his 5th punt of the game. And it's been an adventure every time, that's for sure. So a 29-yard punt. 8.5 minutes remaining in the game. Score a couple touchdowns with an extra point mixed in, and the Pirates could take the lead. But it's going to be a challenge. The Pirates, as we said, not even close to 100 yards total offense, not probably just barely over 50. I haven't added it up yet. But it's been tough sledding for the Pirates. At their own 26-yard line, Osakis will start off this drive. Their goal here is just to take as much time off the clock as possible. And in motion, it's going to be a pitch out to Klimek. Klimek bounces out to the outside, breaks a tackle. He could go all the way at the 50, the 40. Trying to catch him will be Dota, and Dota does from behind at about the 6-yard line. And Klimek gets up walking gingerly there. So you have 24, 34, 44, 54, 64. So that is going to be about a 75-yard run.
Well, this is where you need the Pirate defense to step up. As you've been talking about, in terms of offense, they haven't had much in terms of yardage. And down 3 scores here. If Osakis scores a touchdown and just over a little 7 minutes left, that's not a lot of time.
So it'll be 1st and goal after the 70-yard run for Bauer. Now the handoff goes right side to Imdek. He's going to be hit after a gain of about 1 on the play. So Imdek with his 12th carry. By the way, on that carry for Klimek, that 70-yarder, that's more yards than Crookston has in the entire game. They've had two big plays, a 72-yard touchdown pass and then a big 72-yard run for Klimek. Oh, by the way, Klimek was was involved in both of those. But give credit to Jack Doda, able to catch Klimek from behind. Make sure he doesn't score that touchdown. Now the Pirates open to force a turnover here. 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line. Osakis threatening once again. Handoff left side this time. Trying to stretch that ball out to get an extra yard. It looks like that might be Imdek once again. And it is Imdek. So a 3-yard carry. Now it's 3rd and goal at about the 1. So 3rd and goal at the 1 for Osakis. They lead 12-0. Looking to put the proverbial nail in the coffin here with a touchdown. Under center is Magas, the sophomore quarterback. Sets a man in motion. Handoff right side. Imdek, he goes in. Touchdown. Imdek with a 1-yard run for the touchdown. And that'll be his 2nd touchdown of the game, both on a 1-yard run. .6:03 remaining. And Osakis leading 18-0. They're going to go for 2. They've gone for 2 all 3 times. They've scored a touchdown. Bad news for the Pirates. It only gets tougher next week as they'll take on the heavy section favorite, the Barnesville Trojans. Yeah, they've lost a bunch of players, but they've got a bunch back, including a Division I talent, another Zen, who's going to be playing at NDSU. His brother's playing at Iowa State. So, yeah, there's a few genes in that pool there. Now that's a 2-point conversion for the quarterback, Magas, as he goes in for the touchdown, or for the 2-point conversion on the run, and it's now a 20-0 lead for Osakis. 6:03 remaining in the ball game. It's Osakis 20, Crookston 0. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this timeout.
RBJ's restaurant in Crookston is open 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 days a week. The buffet and salad bar are now available for lunch. Need a place to hold your lunch meeting? Make it RBJ's. Want to take a break from cooking? Make RBJ's your go-to place. They have a fantastic menu. For the smaller appetite, there's a light bite menu. RBJ's will cater all types of events, and they have a banquet room you can use for special events and meetings. And for takeout orders, call 281-3636. RBJ's Restaurant, University Avenue, Crookston. Rather than focusing on one particular specialty, the folks at Phil Thompson & Associates work as a team by providing a variety of financial services. The result is the convenience and efficiency of being able to do all your financial business in one place. Call or stop in for a visit anytime. See for yourself what they have to offer. Stop in and visit any of their 3 area offices. Phil Thompson & Associates, located in Crookston, Warren, and East Grand Forks.
Well, Osakis kicks it off, and the Brady Wesk tried to field it. It slipped right through his hands. He was able to field it quickly, and then returns it up to the 26-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Pirates. They've got some work to do here, trailing 20-0, 5:55 remaining in this game. So a tough start here. The Pirates start off with Osakis. Next week they'll have Barnesville, who has dominated the Pirates and everybody else for that matter for the last better half of a decade. Now the spin for Bull. He gets up to the 27-yard line, maybe a yard gain on the play for Ethan. So Brady Magas, the 6'5 senior, in on the tackle there. It'll be 2nd down and 9. So 5:24 remaining. The clock continues to wind down. Osakis leading 20-0. The rain, Aaron, has it stopped here or?
Yeah, there's not much rain. I mean, maybe a little bit of a very slight sprinkle, but for now it's done.
Well, a very welcomed rainfall. There's no doubt about that. Now dropping back to Passy. The ball slips out of his hands. Now the ball is loose, and diving on top of it is going to be Brady Magas. He's in on the play there. It was knocked out of Doda's hands as he was hit from behind, and then Magas jumps on top of it after the Pirates churn it over.
Well, once you roll out there and you don't have your initial read, it's really tough. You don't know what's behind you at all since you're running straight to the sideline. And at that time, once you kind of get out of that clock in your head, they always say there's the clock to get rid of the ball, and it just didn't get rid of it in time, did Doda, and it resulted in a turnover.
So the Pirates churn it over, and a short field here for Osakis. They lead 20-0, 4:52 remaining. So they'll start in Pirate territory for the first time in the game. A pitch to Hagedon. He is going to be tackled by Bull inside the 20, down to the 19 for a gain of 3 yards on the play. So 16 carries for 89 yards for Hagedon now. $20 to nothing the score, 4:23 remaining. Still have Magas under center. You have Hagedon and Imdick in the backfield. One receiver split out to the right side. Hagedon trying to decide if he should go on the left or right of Imdick. He finally selects the right side. Now man in motion is Klimek. Handoff goes to Imdick. He spins and is taken down after a gain of about a yard or two more. We'll give him 2 yards. That's his 15th carry of the game. 11 of those here in the second half. So 57 yards on 15 carries for Imdick. Klimek has 81 yards on 4 carries, and Hagedon has 89 yards on 16 carries. Now they hand off, left side, Hagedon, big opening, he's going to go in for the touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run for Hagedon. He's now over 100 yards in the game. So 105 yards on 17 carries for Hagedon, and with 3:05 remaining, Osakis now leads by a score of 26-0.
That might have been one of the bigger holes of the day that the Osakis runners have had, right up the middle. And if there was a sun here, you'd see daylight if you were the Osakis runners right there, starting to really open up holes.
So a 16-yard run, and now on to kick the extra point will be Osakis, and it's through. Everybody for Osakis putting their hands up. Austin Dickinson, the freshman. I would assume that's maybe his first, it's his first point of the year, obviously, but maybe his first of his career. Not sure if he kicked last year, but looked like the players are pretty excited when that went through the upright. 3:05 remaining after the kick from Dickinson is good. It's 27-0. Osakis with the lead. We'll take a break. We'll be back right after this.
The D team in Crookston puts it all together. At D Incorporated, they solve customer challenges differently. Instead of looking at things as problems, they view them as opportunities. Instead of limiting ideas to a few people, they get everyone involved. When all that hard work pays off, they find an idea that is faster, better, and less expensive, and pass that value on to their customers. For foundry and machine shop work, contact D Incorporated in Crookston, 218-281-5811.
Osakis on to kick it off with 3:05 remaining in the season opener for both teams. Osakis going to improve to 1-0 on the season. Crookston will drop to 0-1. Crookston will travel to Barnesville next week. A game you can hear right here on KROX a week from Friday. High end-over-end kick going to be taken by Bull. He drops it. Now picks it up at the 10-yard line. He sprints over to the near sideline. He breaks one tackle up to the 20 before he's pushed out of bounds at about the 22-yard line, where the Pirates will have it 1st and 10. Pirates have, 40, in the first week they had 43. I think they're down to 41 players on the roster. Osakis, they had, I think, 51. So both teams about even as far as numbers go, or pretty close anyway. Osakis has a little advantage there. Again, girls soccer on the Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update. They fall to St. John's Prep by a score of 2-0. JV, they were victorious, though. Congratulations to the Pirate Girls JV soccer team on the win. Now the handoff goes up the middle of the Bull to the 25-yard line. That's going to be a gain of about 3 yards for Ethan Bull. So 12 yards on 11 carries for Ethan Bull in the game. That's a story in itself right there. Jacob Hesby had 5 carries for 11 yards, all in the first half. There just hasn't been anything going on that line for the Pirates, both offensively and defensively, and give a lot of the credit to Osakis. They have dominated. They've got some big, strong boys up front. There's no doubt about that. Now Dota under center. 2nd and 8. Handoff goes to Bull once again. He's going to be stacked up. No gain on the play there.
Again, maybe just a little bit slow on the handoff in the transition from Dota to Bull. Maybe something that gets figured out as the season goes along. But the way Osakis is pressuring the Crookston offense throughout the entire game, it's just a little bit too slow.
So it'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Pirates. Again, Pirate Swimmers, they're in action in Thief River Falls. Pirate Volleyball, they're playing as we speak as well at Ada Borup West. So 3rd and 7. Osakis leading here 27-0, a minute 23 remaining. Now Dota drops back, hands it off to Bull once again. He's going to try to break it out to the outside, has a little bit of an opening, and Higadon brings him down at about the 38, maybe the 39-yard line. That'll be a carry of 14 yards. So 26 yards on 13 carries now for Bull. And it'll be a 1st down. That is the 1st of the quarter, only the 3rd of the game for the Pirates. 12 first downs for Osakis. Check that. 13. You get one on a touchdown. 27-0 is the score. 58 seconds left in the game. So 13 first downs for Osakis. 3 for Crookston. Dropping back is Dota. He was going to pass, then he tucks it in. He takes off across the 50 to the 45 to the 40, and then he's taken down at about the 35-yard line. So that's a 25-yard run for Jack Dota.
Well, sometimes the broken plays are the ones that work best. The defense doesn't really practice to defend broken plays, and Dota doing a nice job of using his athleticism.
Yeah, he tried to pass, and then he had a defender right in his mug, so he tucked it in, then takes off, and they did mark it at the 39, so that's a 26-yard run for Jack. And the Pirates going to try to punch one in here before the end of the game. We have 34 seconds remaining as we continue to look at our Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update. 12:50 left in the first half of play. Ohio State leading the Gophers now 10-0 in that game. And they just had a 35-yard field goal just a few moments ago. See if we can find the stats here in that game, because we'll be joining up with that one. Stroud, the quarterback for Ohio State, he's 6 for 10 for 48 yards. The Ohio State has 8 carries for 108 yards. The Gophers, on the flip side, they are 2 of 5 passing. Tanner Morgan for 20 yards. That's a 4-yard average per pass, but obviously a 10-yard completion average. And Ibrahim, he has, 8 carries for 24 yards. Only 11 carries for 35 yards for the Gophers. So that's what's going on there. Again, we'll be joining up with that one here in just a little bit. 156 to 55 yards. Ohio State has the advantage thus far in that first half against the Gophers. Illinois, no, they played on Saturday, so we won't give you that one. So now the Pirates in Osakis territory, 34 seconds remaining. A pass goes to Bull. He spins, makes the grab up to the 30, and then he's pushed out of bounds right at around the 22, maybe the 23-yard line. So that'll be an 11-yard reception for Bull. So 2 completions for 25 yards for the Pirates. And Jack Dota, 26.4 seconds left. George Woodman, the 5th, brings in the play. Clock is stopped because Bull was pushed out of bounds. Coming up in the postgame show, we'll take a look at the stats, the scoring. We'll talk with Coach Nate Labarski up here in the press box. After wins, we'll talk to a couple Pirate players. Hoping we do that many times here this year. Now dropping back to pass is Dota. He rolls out to his right, fires a pass as a receiver there, but falling backwards was Widman. He tripped over the 16-yard line, and George was trying to get it, but just fell backwards. So an incomplete pass. 20.2 seconds left. The good news is the clock does stop with the incomplete pass, so it'll be 2nd down and 10. Go ahead.
Yeah, Crookston had just having a little bit more success with those rollouts as of late over to this right side, giving Dota the ability to run to his throwing arm, and he's had a little bit that gives him more time to throw, more time to survey the field.
And we will be honest as well. Full disclosure, there's a lot of bright white jerseys out there for Osakis, so we got the backups are in. Now, so the Pirates having a little more success. Now dropping back to pass. Dota has his face mask accidentally grabbed. A pass over to Whitman and down to the 10-yard line. Makes a nice move inside the 5 before he's pushed out of bounds with 9.6 seconds left. Down to the 5. That'll be an 18-yard passing play. The Pirates will not accept the penalty. They're going to decline it. They'll take that pass to Whitman. And again, that is was the ball at the 23, so down to the 5. That's an 18-yard passing play.
Well, and they will add the face mask on top of that as well, so half the distance to the goal now.
So we'll call that a 5-yard penalty, but only assessed for a few yards. And it'll be 9.6 seconds remaining. Pirates will have it 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal at the 3, and here we go. Underneath center is Dota. You have Bull in the backfield. Hand up, fake hand. No, it does go to Bull, and he is going to be a hit. He's trying to drag tacklers with him. He gets down to the 1, and the Pirates call a timeout with 3.4 seconds remaining. Bull, a 2-yard gain there. So it'll be 2nd and goal. And Osakis, they're jumping up and down and cheering. I'm not sure. I think they're going to bring the starters back in, and they're going to go for the shutout here. I like the move by the coach. Put the starters back in, keep that shutout.
Oh, no, it's just Crookston's job to ruin that shutout here. Got to get one more play in here and make it your best.
If I'm an Osakis fan, I love the move. Well, I like it as a Pirate fan by Coach Bill Iffanger. You put your starters in, try to preserve that shutout. And we'll see what happens here. The Pirates, of course, want to at least punch one in.
Actually, I think what happened is they're going to call a fumble here, I think, is what happened.
Oh, okay.
Because I think just listening to the referees here, they're saying that there was a fumble, and so they brought their offense out, not their starters.
So the Pirates fumbled the ball. That will be their second fumble lost in the quarter. And 3.4 seconds left. I don't think, can they take a knee? They do take a step forward. The Pirates just let them do it, and that's the ball game. 27-0 will be the final score as the Osakis Silverstreaks will come away with the victory, 27-0. Boy, Osakis, they look sharp in not great conditions. They're able to control the line of scrimmage. Give credit to the offensive and defensive line. They were tough here for Osakis this evening. The Pirates, they will drop to 0-1 on the season. Osakis, looks like they could have a pretty good year again. They improved to 1-0. 27-0, the final score on the Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update. Osakis beats the Pirates in the home and season opener. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Take a look at the game stats. We'll talk with Coach Nate Lebarski and more. That's all going to be coming up here in the postgame show. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the postgame show coming up right after this timeout on KROX.
Shopping for groceries is easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping with delivery or curbside pickup at gohugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big with Hugo's Family Marketplace, your hometown grocer since 1939.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
The Crookston Eye Clinic is your hometown eye clinic. Whether you have cataracts, glaucoma, macular degeneration, or perfect vision, it's important to have your eyes evaluated to keep them healthy. To help with your busy schedule, the Crookston office now has extended hours on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. They also have a second location in Fosston to offer even more appointment options. If you've been wanting to try contact lenses or are looking for your next pair of glasses, the doctors at the Crookston Eye Clinic are available to see you. Doctors Forget, Smith, Miller, and Genanetta are all accepting new patients. Call 281-2020 for the Crookston and Fosston Eye Clinic.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
As the Osakis Silverstreaks victorious in their season opener. Obviously, it's a season opener for both teams, but they come away with the victory by a final score of 27-0. They scored a touchdown in the first quarter, scored another touchdown in the second, and then added 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns in the final 6 minutes and 3 seconds to come away with the victory. The final touchdown was taking advantage of a fumble by the Pirates. Again, we'll be talking with Coach Nate Lebarski in the postgame show here. We'll get his comments. That'll be coming up when he makes his way up here to the press box. Let's take a quick look at our Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update before we take a look at the stats here for the game. We can tell you that Let's see here. First, the Gophers. That game is going on as we speak. We'll be joining up with that here shortly. And the score there is now 10-7. Gophers get on the board. How about that? 9:11 left in the first half. Gophers trail 10-7. So a big touchdown there. We're trying to find it out here. It looks like a 13-yard pass from Tanner Morgan to Dylan Wright. The Matthew Trickett kick is good, and the Gophers are on the board. 10-7. Hey, how about that? Trying to temper our excitement here, but that's a good sign. 9:11 left in the first half there. Also, some other scores in high school volleyball. We do have, let's see here, final in soccer. The Pirate girls soccer team, they fall by a score of 2-0 to St. John's Prep. JV, they did come away with the victory, and the score there was 4-2. So a nice win for the JV girls there. Let's see, Coach Reese did say that Cassie Solheim had a nice game. Aaliyah Bennick played outside defense, and she had a solid game there as well. In defense, they played pretty well, but offensively just couldn't find the back of the net as they were outscored 2-0. We just received a volleyball score here, and Stephen Argyle, they beat Winnimac by a score of 3-0. 25-6, 25-14, and 25-6. So Stephen Argyle improves to 1-1 on the season. Also, Pirate volleyball, they are underway as we speak, taking on Ada Borup West. Ada Borup West lost to Barnesville 3-1 in their season opener. The Pirates are 1-1 on the season. And let's see if we can get an update at all. And, we'll pass one along as soon as we get that. So we will take a break. We'll be back, and we will take a look at all the game stats. It's a halftime score here. Polk County West leading Red Lake County 41-0. Wow, a little bit of a surprise there. As we knew Polk County West was going to be solid. But they are leading Red Lake County 41-0 at halftime of that game. So that's an interesting score. Pine River Bacchus at halftime leading Walker Hackensack Akeley 28-0. Final score, East Grand Forks, they beat Pequot Lakes by a score of 27-12. Nice win for the Green Wave. And Pequot Lakes out of Section 8-3A this year, but still a nice win. And for those of you wondering, Bemidji State, they lead Sioux Falls 24-0 in college football. Halftime, Mahnomen Waubun leads Boston 27-0 there. Also at halftime, Winnimac leading Cass Lake Bena 28-0. So the score is coming in fast and furious here. Dilworth, Glendon, Felton, they shut out Thief River Falls 16-0. And in volleyball, Ada Borup West leading Crookston 2-0, 25-13, 25-10. So those are some of the scores that we can pass along at this time. So we will take a break. We'll be back and take a look at those game stats. That's going to be coming up next as we continue the post-game show. The final score here from Crookston, Osakis 27, Crookston 0. We'll be back with the stats and Coach Lebarski all after this.
Shopping for groceries is easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping with delivery or curbside pickup at gohugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big with Hugo's Family Marketplace, your hometown grocer since 1939.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
The Crookston Eye Clinic is your hometown eye clinic. Whether you have cataracts, glaucoma, macular degeneration, or perfect vision, it's important to have your eyes evaluated to keep them healthy. To help with your busy schedule, the Crookston office now has extended hours on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. They also have a second location in Boston to offer even more appointment options. If you've been wanting to try contact lenses or are looking for your next pair of glasses, the doctors at the Crookston Eye Clinic are available to see you. Doctors Forget, Smith, Miller, and Genanetta are all accepting new patients. Call 281-2020 for the Crookston and Boston Eye Clinic.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
And welcome back to the post-game show as we're now joined by the head coach of the Crookston Pirates, Coach Nate Lebarski. And first of all, Coach, thanks for joining us here, and I'll let you be able to listen to me here in just a moment as I unplug this. All right, and we're joined now by the head coach of the Crookston Pirates, Coach Nate Lebarski. And first of all, Coach, the Osakis Silverstreaks, you knew that they were pretty athletic. You knew that they were going to be tough. They had 344 yards of total offense with quite a few big plays. And but I think maybe the part that maybe surprised your team a little bit was you were only able to muster 29 yards of total offense in the first half. You finished with 113. And Osakis was just a very strong team up front, and they showed that here tonight.
Yes, they were strong up front, and we knew that that offense was going to be behind the defense and the special teams. I think we talked about that, before. Yeah, maybe we didn't want it to be quite that far behind, but that's learning. And one thing I told the guys when we were done here is that, hey, some of these kids that played out here tonight played their very first varsity snap, and so yeah, we would have liked to have played better offensively, but I think that's going to come.
We mentioned that very inexperienced team as far as varsity play goes, and when you face a team like Osakis, who had some pretty good veteran talent on the line, it really did show.
Yeah. I mean, they're strong up front, and that's something we have to learn too. I mean, we have to play with a better pad level up front, and we need to stay on blocks, and it's things that we talk about in practice, but repetition. With young guys that probably haven't played a whole lot, or maybe guys that are a little older that that haven't been in that position, we need to keep repping on. We need to keep working.
Osakis started the game with the ball. They ran 4 plays on the 5th play. They fumble, and you recover it. Ethan Bull does at the 40-yard line, and you had to like how your team jumped on that loose ball.
Yeah, I did. I mean, our defense played with, towards the end, we had them out there a lot, right? But they played with a lot of energy tonight, I thought, and that was good.
And it was nice, I'm sure, just to get that stop right away on that first drive.
Yeah, absolutely. We wish we could have turned it into something.
How about the second series defensively? Again, you force them into a fumble, and Hunter Knudsen this time jumped on the loose ball. And again, the defense comes up with a big turnover.
Yeah, absolutely. Those linebackers played well. The guys up front, Brooks had a really nice game inside, and we were rolling a lot of guys. Clay Hansen played a lot of snaps too tonight for us.
So, again, you force them. Their first 2 series, they turn it over twice, and you couldn't ask for a better start defensively.
Yeah, absolutely. I know Zim was really happy, as were all the rest of us.
So you have that. The flip side, offensively, you had 2 3-and-outs and not able to take advantage of the short field.
Yeah, we did. And another thing, too, is, Jack, Jack Dota is a first-time varsity quarterback as well, and we're talking on the sideline a little bit. There's ups and downs in every football game, and how you handle those, it's a learning process, and it is the way it goes sometimes.
You could tell that he and the backs were getting used to each other's, intricacies and everything else.
Yeah, I mean that kind of comes with playing the game too. I mean you're not. We certainly hope that we're playing better in the 8th game than the first game.
And if you're not, there's something wrong,
Yeah.
right? In your third series, you put a nice little drive together. You had a couple first downs, and then you get into the second quarter, and then you did throw an interception, but you started to move the ball, and you could tell that gave your guys some confidence.
We did, yeah. And one thing is we're trying to move Jack out of the pocket a little bit, and there again, it's just it's reads. If there isn't anything there, the worst thing is in the world isn't just to throw her in the seats or take some green grass, and that'll come with practice.
They did score a touchdown in the first quarter, a big 72-yard pass play, just able to get a pass to the outside, able to get behind, and they showed they had some pretty good athletes, and we talked about that in the pregame show.
Yeah, I know. It was away from our side, but I didn't think Brady had that bad of coverage on there. The ball was just placed in a better spot. And when you do have athletes and those guys have played together for a while, it seemed like those are going to happen.
So a tough break. They take a 6-0 lead, and then they score late in the first half in the second quarter on a Drew Imdick 1-yard run after a pretty decent drive. But again, they just sort of slowly marched it down the field, and you didn't give up any huge plays on that drive, but they were still able to punch one in.
Yeah, I think sometimes when you see on long drives like that, we try to rotate guys in because it is a long drive, and when you have some younger, inexperienced guys that are rolling in the game, some of those things are going to happen to you at the start of the season. So.
At halftime, you trail 12-0. Still, you're right there. And what was the message at halftime? What were your thoughts?
Basically, what you just said. We're right there, and that there's another half of football. We want to go out there and we want to play well, and for the most part, the defense held us in the game for a vast majority of it.
So you trail, you get to the third quarter, there was no scoring, and you started maybe you're starting to get some bigger running plays. I think with 2 minutes left in the third quarter, you had carries of 4, 5, 5, and 5, and then a holding call sort of set you back, and that stalled the drive.
It's kind of like when you see it on the sideline, hey, this play looks like it should work. And it does at times when people are blocking the right people, and they were doing that on that drive. And yeah, I mean, there's another thing is that you have to be able to bounce back from mistakes, and you can't have too many of them.
And then the drive was killed with a fumble. You lost, I think, 9 yards, and that hurt you. But you go into the fourth quarter, and they were able to score 2 touchdowns late, but you started moving the ball a little more. Jack had a nice run on a sort of a broken play, and you had to like what you saw from your team never giving up.
To be honest with you, I really liked what I saw right at the end of the game. From 2 minutes in, or maybe it was a minute and a half, we had the ball for a little bit there, and Jack, under a little pressure, was able to see some reads, bought himself some time, and all those things are really, really good things to go forward with, and good game experience.
Overall thoughts on the season opening game?
I liked our effort. I really liked our effort. I liked that, times are tough out there sometimes, and we didn't have people looking to get off the field when times are tough. They're back in the huddle, and we're grinding it out, and we're going to learn that this season we're going to have to play with some younger players, and they're going to get better as the year goes on as well.
They learned pretty quick, learned on the fly here, a lot of your guys, especially on the line. You have some newer guys, and even though maybe they played a little last year, not a key role on the line. Yeah. So they really learned a lot here, grew up quick tonight.
Yeah, and we moved some guys from different positions. Kay De Leon played center last year, and, he's played really well at tight end, but that also means that we're filling it with a younger guy, and it'll come.
And it looked like health-wise, there was a twisted ankle, but besides that, everybody looked pretty good.
Yeah, Jesse Sanchez, unfortunately, a big piece of our offensive line as well, went down, and not having Angel Gutierrez this week too kind of hurt up front there with our depth. But hey, we're hoping that Jesse's okay, and we're hoping to have Angel back next week.
Well, next week, the guys know, everybody in the state knows who Barnesville is. They're one of the top programs in AA year after year, and so it doesn't get any easier next week.
Yeah, you don't take them off the schedule, right? And
we would like to, but
yeah, they're on there for a reason, and we're going to go play them, and we're going to have a good week of prep, and we're going to there again, good big game experience against a really, really tough opponent.
They don't have Tonsfeld. He's gone, which everybody's celebrating because he was a great player for many years, but they just reload down there, and they have the Zen kid who's going to NDSU, so they're not short on talent down in Barnesville.
Yeah, no, you can pretty much bet that they have quality players at every position, and that's a challenge. And if you don't play those games, you don't know where you need to get to, and that's why you don't want them off the schedule.
Coach, again, hopefully it'll be a great week of practice, and we wish you best of luck next Friday against Barnesville, and we'll see you down there.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you. That is the head coach of the Crookston Pirates, Coach Nate Labarski. We thank him for coming up to the booth and joining us here this evening. Let's take a look at the stats. First for the Pirates, Ethan Bowl, he had 14 carries for 28 yards. Then it was Jack Doda, 4 carries for 29 yards. Jacob Hesby had 5 carries for 11 yards, and Hunter Knutson had 1 carry for 2 yards. Jack Doda was 3 of 7 passing for 43 yards. He did throw 1 interception. It was an 18-yard completion to George Widman, 14-yard completion to Hesby, and an 11-yard completion to Ethan Bull. 70 yards rushing, 43 yards passing, 113 yards total offense for the Pirates. For Osakis, they had Tyson Hagedon. He had 17 carries for 105 yards. Drew Imdick had 15 carries for 57 yards, and Bauer Klimek had 4 carries for 81 yards. 243 yards total rushing for Osakis. Then in the passing department, it was they were 2 for 5 for 101 yards. A 29-yard pass completion to Watness and a 72-yard completion to Klimek. Magus threw all 5 of the passes. So that's a look at the stats there. Osakis had 13 first downs to Crookston's 3. The Pirates had 4 penalties for 20 yards, and Osakis had 5 penalties for 55 yards. So a pretty clean played game on both sides. Fumbles, Crookston had 2. They lost both of them. Osakis had 3 fumbles. They lost 2 of them. The Pirates threw 1 interception. Osakis did not throw an interception. The Pirates punting, Brooks Butt had 2 punts for 42 yards in the first half. And then in the second half, 3 punts for, do the math quick, 8, 10, 3 punts for 104. So that would be 5 punts for 146 yards total. Osakis, they had 2 punts for 69 yards. So those are the stats in the game. The stats that matters the most is up on the scoreboard. Osakis comes away with a 27-0 victory. We'll have the story, stats, scores, pictures, and more on our website, KROXAM.com. You can click on sports. Again, running through the scores that we have here in high school volleyball. It was Ada Borup West. They came away with a 3-0 victory over the Crookston Pirates, 25-13, 25-10, 25-11. And let's see what else we have here. Well, we have, let's see. Crookston Pirate girls soccer, they lost to St. John's Prep 2-0. JV, they win 4-2. So nice win for the Pirate JV soccer team, girls. And then the Gophers, they trail right now to Ohio State. There is, actually, check that. The Gophers lead Ohio State 14-10, 3:32 remaining in the first half of play there. And let's see if we can see who just scored that touchdown. It was Ibrahim. He had a 1-yard run for a touchdown. And the Gophers, believe it or not, they lead 14-10. So we better wrap this baby up and join that game. We'll do that here shortly. So the Gophers looking to start off the season with a big upset victory. A lot of time left, but they lead 14-10. And let's see, other high school volleyball, Stephen Argyle. They came away with a 3-0 win over Winnimac, 25-6, 25-14, 25-6. High school football scores that we have. Again, a lot of scores at halftime. Let's see if we can find some of those. Well, first, volleyball. It's Foston leading Red Lake County Central 2-0 in that match. And let's see what else we have here. Again, the Gophers, we told you, lead 14-10. East Grand Forks Greenway football, they start off with a nice win over Pequot Lakes, 27-12 over in East Grand Forks. So a big win for the Wave. And then let's see. And also right now, Warroad and Rosa are playing in high school football, the big rivalry game there. And it looks like the Warroad Warriors lead 8-0 going into the fourth quarter of that game. So those are some of the scores. Again, Polk County West, that's Climax Fisher, Sacred Heart. They lead 41-0 over Red Lake County, a big surprise there. And those are just some of the scores. We'll have all of them available on our website at kroxam.com. And click on, go to the, I'll just guide you through it here. You go to kroxam.com, and then when you get to our webpage there, at the top in the sports, you hit the drop-down menu on the sports side. And then it goes to the weekly schedule, 7 days. You click on that, and then you click on Thursday, and we'll have all the scores updated there on our website. But again, the final here, 27-0. Osakis beats Crookston. Dilworth, Glendon, Felton High School football beat Thief River Falls 16-0. East Grand Forks beat Pequot Lakes 27-12. Those are some finals that we have so far here today. We'll have Pirate Girls Swimming, the results and the story there. We'll have Pirate Volleyball, the scores and the story from that as well, along with Pirate Football. Tomorrow on KROX, we're going to have some more high school football as the Fertile Bell Trammy Falcons will travel to Newfolden to take on the Northern Freeze. We'll have the pregame show at 6:30, the kickoff at 7 o'clock, again from Newfolden. Again, we'll join up with Gopher football here. We'll join up at halftime. The Gophers lead Ohio State 14-10 with a few minutes left in the first half of play there. For Aaron Morris down on the sidelines, snapping pictures and doing the sideline duties for Wyatt Morrell, who is up here helping with the stats and taking care of the story for Macy Fee, who is doing the camera as well. So any complaints on the camera, you can send them to Macy Fee. Address is, no, just kidding. She's giving me the look. Again, we thank everybody for making this broadcast possible. And, of course, we wouldn't be able to do it without our great sponsors. Once again, our sports package on the radio, also our streaming package. We thank all the sponsors. You see them on the screen or on the radio. You hear them. Make sure to patronize those businesses, because without them sponsoring, we wouldn't be able to afford the streaming equipment, our broadcasting equipment, to travel to all the games. We do it because of them, and so make sure you thank them. The best way to do that is to patronize those businesses, because, again, without them, if these businesses close because you're not spending money at these businesses, then we can't do as much as we do. So we rely on the businesses in Crookston and around the area to be able to do what we do. So patronize the business. That's the best way to say thank you, or at the very least tell them thank you for being a sponsor of exciting Pirate athletics. A tough one here in the season opener again. Osakis 27, the Crookston Pirates nothing in high school football on this Thursday night. We thank you for listening, and don't forget to check out our website, kroxam.com. for all the stories, stats, scores, pictures, and more. Thanks for listening, and have a great evening, everybody.